where do I begin? Where do I begin? First of all, to the birthday girl, Robin Quivers, happy birthday, darling.
It's not my birthday.
Yes, it is. August 8th.
It's not my birthday. What's wrong with you?
What are you saying that for?
That's ridiculous. It's not my birthday.
August 8th.
Are you, is something wrong with you?
Why are you saying that? You're freaking me out. August 8th. It's not your birthday today?
No.
What's your birthday?
It's June 8th.
Why are you doing that?
Just to see the look on your face.
Yeah, I mean, that's so weird. You're odd. You're so odd. Why would you say something silly like that?
Well, who wants to celebrate birthdays?
Oh, all right. Well, I'll take this beautiful gift I have for you back in an Hermes bag.
You can give me the gift,
No,
just on general principle.
I don't want to upset you. Look at that gift for you.
That looks amazing. What is that?
It's just a paper bag. I got you something from Hermes, Beth and I.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful. I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
but
this is an August 8th gift, not a June 8th gift.
You're a little late on with my birthday gift.
Well, I'll get it over there to you. If you would, I'll bring it to you in the commercials.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you to remember. But I'm trying to forget.
Are you? Because Beth asked me how old you were, and I said a number, and I'm not even believing what I said.
Somebody said a number this weekend, and I was like, is that true?
Yeah.
I guess it is.
37.
Yes.
You do look young, though. You don't look like you hit the wall. I swear to you, and I'm not lying. I wouldn't blow smoke. I'd be like, Fred looks like he hit the wall, but not you.
No, the building just landed on it.
The building collapsed.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that number is crazy. And then
Can I give you the number I think it is?
Okay.
59?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Poor you.
I know. That's why I'm saying, who wants to celebrate birthdays? Let's keep that quiet. But one of my friends said to me, yeah, we have a significant birthday coming up next year. We need to do something really special. And I was like,
no, you don't.
That's a horrible number to say.
I got to read you this. This is the greatest. This is the greatest. This is going to set me off on a rant like you've never heard before. Be prepared on your birthday to hear me yell and scream.
Oh, dear. Well, you know how I love that. So thank you.
Here's my gift to you. My head's going to explode on the air. So some weeks ago, I was contacted, and now it seems to be a big article that's being passed around on the internet, and I want to comment on this. I was contacted by Paramount Pictures. I wasn't contacted. Gary was. And that they're supposedly on the internet, a pirated print of Super 8, the movie Super 8, with my name on it, with a watermark with Howard Stern on it, it was bootleg and showed up on the internet.
Really?
Yeah. So, one of my greatest joys is to get these screeners. I love to see the movies at home. I get these screeners. A lot of people in Hollywood get screeners. So I said, hey, why don't I get screeners? I don't understand the studio's philosophy because I actually get on the air and talk about a film. They send it to people. I have friends who are in show business.
Nobody ever talks to them.
Nobody talks to them about movies.
No.
They're private citizens. They're actors and stuff.
Or in the music business, they never talk to anybody about a movie.
And they all get these movies, and it does the studios no good. But I guess the studios trust them. And I said, well, why wouldn't they trust me? I will never ever. I mean, I'm not going to risk my career to bootleg a movie.
And how many times would you get to do that? Once you would do it, wouldn't your screeners dry up?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so here's the story by Mike Fleming. Pirated Super 8 prints points back to Howard Stern show. In a bizarre development that I can only imagine will be very embarrassing to SiriusXM's morning man Howard Stern, a bootleg copy of the J.J. Abrams directed Super 8 has shown up on the content thieving websites. The print is watermarked with the Paramount Pictures logo and H. Stern in the right-hand corner. Film companies and networks like HBO routinely personalize advanced screeners to safeguard against piracy. There is widespread speculation that the leak came from a DVD sent to the show. I see that already. The SternFanNetwork.com features an over-under asking commenters to decide if Stern got $50,000 for posting the film. This is preposterous. Stern receives advanced screeners so he can talk knowledgeably about upcoming films that he likes, and because he does superb interviews with directors and stars. He will be upset if his show breached a trust with Abrams, a longtime friend, who once thrilled Stern's daughters by putting them on his series Felicity. That is something a dad never forgets. I recall that Stern interviewed Abrams when the director made the rounds to promote Super 8. The article goes on and on and on. Now, Yes, it is embarrassing to me, but I'll tell you something. I've said to the studio, here's what happens. They send me over a DVD. Yes, it has my name on it, which annoys the shit out of me anyway, because when you're watching it, my name's across the middle of it, and it's very fucking distracting. But okay, listen.
Now you think that's how movies come.
Yeah, I go, wow, what am I starring in this movie? So it is embarrassing to me because it's not even so much embarrassment. It's more like, oh, shit, now these studios are going to think, oh, isn't Howard Stern the guy who was on the internet? And
We've had a problem with him.
We've had a problem with him. Now, when I get these screeners, let me tell you the protocol. They come into the office, either Tracy or Gary hands it to me. I watch it at home. It doesn't leave my hands. I take it. I bring it right back here. I said to these studios, allow me to... I will put it through a shredder. No one will ever get their hands on it. No, we want it back. Now, here's where I think their problem exists. I'll tell you how this all goes down. We want it back. And I shake because I hand it to Gary and I go, or Tracy, and I say, listen, I'm done watching this. Gary, when I hand you a DVD that the studio has sent over, what do you do with it? After I hand it back to you, I go, listen, get this right back to them. Do you ever take them home and watch them? No, because I would be upset.
No, in fact, It's so funny because I get on the phone with, I thought it was a lawyer, but it's just somebody who works in the piracy department, and we went through the process.
Right.
And so it comes from, I don't know how it gets to the movie company. Like in L.A., they make a copy,
right,
and then it gets flown across the country, and it gets to the movie company here in New York.
Right.
They send either an intern or I think it's somebody that works with them. I don't think they trust an intern with it. When they're downstairs, they call us. Tracy sends somebody down. We take it. They hand it to me. I put it right in your bag. Your bag is in my office.
Right.
So, like, it usually comes at 9:45. It's always like a big thing to get it to you before you leave for the morning. You take it home, and then you bring it back. And the same process. We hold on to it. We call them. They send somebody over. We put it in their hand.
Right. So
that whole
now
thing. But they gave me a whole thing. Like, they started asking me a bunch of questions. They said the biggest problem they have with stuff like this is when people take them to a vacation house. Like, did Howard take it to a vacation house? I said, listen, I know Howard keeps it tight.
I keep it with me. I'm so paranoid about it that I literally watch it, I put it back in my bag, and I take it home. Nobody gets it. Nobody can see it. Forget it. It's brought right back. I am so conscientious in general in life. If you ask me to do something, I'm the most honest guy you'll ever meet. If you
it's not about you, though. They're now saying... It must be somebody around you.
Well, let me tell you something.
Or it could have been before it got here.
Exactly. This is where they fall apart. First of all, there's probably some fan of mine who works there who hears me all the time saying, what do they think, I'm going to bootleg one of these things? He probably targeted me. It's somebody in their process. However this process goes on and putting the watermarks on, this is when a copy was made. And believe me, I assure you, it's nobody who works for me. Nobody who works for me even handles these, unless it's Gary or Tracy, and it's not.
It's not.
It's just not. They get them right back to the studio. Now, if the studios...
all I know is that when you hear this kind of thing, it's going through too many hands anyway.
It is. I even said, listen, once I watch it, I'll destroy it. What am I going to do, keep it?
But the bootlegging could have happened before it got to you.
Well, I know. But all right, listen. They've got their own people. So they're doing an internal investigation. Problem is, I am sure now with all these articles coming out...
You won't get any more screening.
You can be sure Paramount won't send me
No,
screening.
they actually assured me that this isn't going to have any this is what they said.
It leaves a taint.
You're right.
It does. So, you know what? It's fine. It's not the end of my world. But it is upsetting to me that my name is on something that was bootleg. I'm a big... anti-piracy guy. In my own business here, we offer a pay service. People pirate this show. They pirate this. It's an epidemic. Companies, the guy who called in is right. We get paid a bunch of money to do a show. Someone pirates it. Sirius doesn't see the money from it. So I understand their dismay. But I hate to have my name associated with anything like this. It's upsetting to me. But what can I do when they make these copies? I know the shitheads who get these copies without their name on it. I'm not the problem, but, of course, the taint will be there, and that's the end of that. And believe me, please, don't send me any more movies. I don't need something like this. I don't mind going to a movie theater and waiting for the DVD. I haven't seen Captain America. I haven't seen the new Cowboys and Aliens.
I was going to ask you what you thought of that. You haven't
seen it?
You've got the hat and you haven't seen it?
Let me tell you something. I am so busy with photography.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you know I am so busy, I literally do not leave the house for 10 hours at a clip because I'm busy learning? I am
What are
on
you talking
fire.
about? You're in courses all day?
Courses.
Are you in a school?
I told you I have a teacher. I am on fire.
What is it with you?
I love it.
You can't just do something in a casual way.
No, I can't.
It's got to take over your life.
That's right. I can't help it. I'm a slave to it. I need to learn things properly and quickly. I got a new camera. I did a 10-page shoot for World Magazine out of Pittsburgh of Beth. I put a lot of energy into this shoot. And even my teacher said,
What is a 10-page shoot? How do you do a
right.
10-page shoot?
You want to know what I do?
Yeah.
You want all my secrets right now?
Yes, I want to
All right.
know.
All right, here's what I did. You want to know. All right, you want every detail? Okay, you got it. Beth asked me to shoot for her.
Yeah, but it's 10 pages now. How are you going to fill up 10 pages?
Okay, she picks out her outfits that she wants. I go out, I scout locations.
Okay.
In other words, Beth gave me an idea of what she wanted to do.
There's a theme.
There is a theme. I think about it, and then I go and look for locations. One of the locations was beautiful. I found the owner of the location. I said, is it all right if we shoot here? This kind of thing.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's right. You think I'm just going to snap a fucking picture. You're out of your mind. Next thing. Now I plan the shoots. Since it's 10 outfits, I spread it out over 2 or 3 days.
I see.
Okay.
How many hours per day?
The shoots are anywhere from 2 to 3 hours.
Because then your model gets tired.
Right. I don't want to wear her out. God forbid. I mean, why should I wear her out? Then, because I know it's 10 pages, one might be a 2-page spread. I shoot it wide, this and that. I have 2 cameras with me when I shoot.
Oh, so it makes a difference if it's going to go over the entire length of the magazine.
That's right. Then you got your cover shoot. You got to leave a certain amount of room up top for the logo. You got a lot to consider. Now, when I get out in the field, you got to know what you're doing. Number one, if you're shooting into bright sunlight, with the sun behind her.
Sure.
There's such a thing most photographers don't understand. Exposure compensation. I got to make sure she looks good. She's not too dark or silhouetted. I shot her against an open glass window. These are things you got to set up for this. You got to know what you're doing. I had someone there to hold the reflector and to block the sun.
Oh, now you've got a crew.
I have a crew. Oh. This is what I'm telling you. I am super involved.
So now when you go to these shoots,
no.
Do you have a light meter?
No, I meter through my camera.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody who sets up lighting?
No. For this shoot, I use natural light. Natural light. Natural light. What? Natural light. No, I put a lot of energy into this. Listen, I just finished my slideshow for Jimmy and Molly and Dax and
So
Chris.
you're also in post-production.
I'm in post
on a few of your shoots.
I have 50 fucking things going on at once. I am so busy. Then I'm also taking lessons.
And what happens in the lesson?
Part of my lesson is learning Photoshop, which is like learning another language. That's so you can process all your... That's like the closest analogy I'd have is years ago if you learned how to go into a dark room and develop...
Yeah.
Right. So I'm learning Photoshop. Photoshop takes hours of practice. I do some...
Practice?
8 to 10... It's like learning... Are you listening?
It's not a piano.
It's... Oh, my God. It's like learning another language. It takes me 8 to 10 hours a day on that. Now, listen, I enjoy this. This is my relaxation.
Sure?
This is like
because
a guy with
you're
golf.
going to burn out on this?
Yes.
Like you burn out on everything
Last
else?
night I was burning out big time. But I took a break, that's all. But I do enjoy it, and I enjoy learning
and
about it.
And who sees these pictures? I never see
Beth.
anything.
You never see anything. Why would I show you that? Then you'll tell me I'm terrible, and then that'll be the end of it. No, people see them. Listen, I sent Jimmy and Molly their pictures.
Yes.
I did a love set with them.
That's right, yes.
It's fantastic. And then I did a love set with Dax and Kristen. I shot a...
Have you finished with theirs
I finished theirs. I sent it off to them yesterday. And no amount of praise is good enough. Like, I couldn't wait for them to see their pictures. And I said, wait till you see the emails I get back from them. And, like, they write me back these lovely emails. They go, oh, my God, we love this. Thank you very much. And I sit there and I'm so disappointed. I want more, because I want more praise. I want more praise. I don't get enough praise.
So they don't appreciate enough what you're doing.
I'm going to start charging people, because if I get paid for it, then I'll be happy.
You won't need
I don't need praise.
The thank you note in great detail.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't. And Beth, I have Beth read the email. I go, I'm a little disappointed in their praise. And she goes, no, this is lovely. They love the pictures. I go, I don't feel like they do. Like Jimmy wrote me back a cute note, said, gee, thank you so much. I almost look so good. You know, I don't often look this good.
Well, what do you hope they do with these pictures, by the way?
I would I'm going to like maybe blow up some for them, or they go and blow some up and put them in their home, or whatever they want to do with them, or cry in joy.
Yeah, but my point is, you want them to do something with them.
No, not necessarily. They can enjoy them, or... Like,
No. Maybe they're just going to shove them in a drawer.
Yeah, well, my vision is that they would want them blown up and they would take them somewhere and get
Right,
them blown
you don't
up.
want them just, oh, that was nice. Stern took some pictures and over the shoulder they go.
No, like for some people who are special, I will blow it up and sign it and send it to them. Mm-hmm. They can frame it or whatever. They're that good, these pictures, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, but my point is maybe people don't care.
Yeah, but, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. You know what? There's somebody I've sent a bunch of pictures to. I think they don't care. And I'm because they're kind of like, oh, this is a really nice picture of me. And I'm like, they don't seem to care. No, I'm envisioning creating art for their home.
Right.
Right. With a display case and lighting. But I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
This is chess all over again.
Yeah. Well, chess lasted for 3 years.
And then you dropped it like a hot potato.
I don't even remember it. Richard and Sal, I took a picture of them. They want it blown up for their office. I'll do that, boys. Don't worry.
Well, I know that one will get displayed.
Yeah.
That one will be cherished.
Yes, I will get that to them. But anyway, so I spent the entire week with that, with my photography, if you want to know the truth. And
any love sets?
Well, I've got one I'm working on. I shot. I told you Sandra and Sarah. That's Sandra Bernhardt and her. Yeah, I did that. I had another friend, not a well-known person, who I did. Yes.
And weren't you supposed to do some reshoots with Fred? You didn't get that in?
I haven't heard from Fred. He never calls me. I said, tell me when you're around and let's do it.
I certainly will.
Yeah, just call me and we'll plan a time.
Okay.
I'm happy to do it. I'm not a bullshit artist. I will do it, and I love doing it.
Now, have you shot your kids?
Yes. Deborah hasn't been around that much, because she lives out of town.
Right.
But Ashley, I've done one. She plays guitar and stuff like that. Emily, she's not around that much either. So I have some stuff, but I haven't done anything formal with two of them, but one of them, yes.
Okay. Because I would think you'd want all three of them.
Yeah, well, it's hard to get my 3 kids together, quite frankly, especially with one living in, San Francisco area.
Right.
So it's like impossible. No one's ever, everyone's spread out. Everyone thinks that's okay. I don't like it.
You'd think that you'd have gotten that done.
Yeah.
Have you done your parents?
Yeah, well, I did. My parents, what is with these pictures? Well, he likes
You got to do a love set
I
with
don't
them.
know. My 2 children with these pictures. My sister's into photography.
Oh,
big
I didn't
time.
know that. So they're bothered on all sides.
And my sister's getting an award. Like, she just started. She's getting an award. She's been in Newsday 3 times, published.
Really?
Yeah. She's really
well,
good.
Maybe this is the Stern niche.
I don't know, but then my mother goes, what? Like, this is I call my mother. Makes you want to drop photography. She goes, I go, what's so funny, Ma? My children with this photography. What is this? I go, what is this? Ellen enjoys it and I enjoy it. Ellen enjoys it. Can you believe this? I go, yeah, she found a hobby she likes.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
And by the way, she's good at it. She's getting an award of some sort. I mean, who would have thought my children with the photography?
Well, who would have thought anything of her children?
Well, obviously, my parents thought nothing of us, that we were capable of nothing. I mean, I can't believe it. And, Ellen is quiet, and all of a sudden, with the photography, I got 2 photographers.
Oh, boy.
What? All right, that's the end of that.
So you got them into a shoot?
Well, they were over the house, and I started taking pictures, but it's not fun. I mean, it's like, my mother's like, what's with this camera? We're trying to have conversation. Meanwhile, we had fucking hours of conversation already. And
so you tried to get some candid shots or something?
You know what? I haven't. Yeah, I tried to get some candid shots. And my father, he sits there like a plant. So, there's nothing he can do. He has a miserable look on his face. He's like, every picture. And my mother, she just kind of sits there and scowls. She doesn't like being photographed. They don't. I told you, my parents, when I was young, they would complain about pictures. They hate pictures.
Oh.
After all, we never carry pictures of our children. That's right. I mean, I see these guys. They take out their wallets. They pull out pictures of their children. They're showing them to me like I care. That's right. Why would I bore people with pictures of my children? I mean, what? I'm going to brag? I swear, I remember like it was yesterday. I always thought pictures were a bad thing. Like, pictures represented to me something bad because it seemed like my parents were angry about pictures.
Yeah, they didn't like seeing other people's pictures.
I mean, had I been an adult, I would have said to them, but what about you carrying pictures of your children because it makes you feel good and you can look, and maybe you should be a little bit proud.
Yeah, just for you to look at.
And so what? And you know what? Your friends are interested. Not my mother. I mean, I'm not going to... And my father would take out his wallet. He never did. Took out his wallet to show me he had no pictures. And my mother, too. They would prove they had no
I'm
pictures.
going to prove it to you.
They don't seem to like anything sentimental or that elevates me and my sister.
Well, yeah, they're not into any...
No, bragging or proud.
Embellishing.
They made it like bragging was bad or
And what is bragging to just say, here's my daughter?
No. I mean, then they're going to take out their pictures with their children. I mean...
But you know somebody for a long time. You go, yeah, you have a son and a daughter. You got any pictures? I'd love to see them.
Listen to me, Robin.
Yes.
Believe you me. With those pictures, it's nonsense. It's clutter. And listen, I know my children. No one's interested in my children.
Oh, dear.
Sit there and look at them.
So, what it sounds like is they aren't interested in anybody else.
No, that's right. You hit it on the head. So I always thought, I just always thought pictures were a bad thing.
Yeah.
So maybe that's my attraction to photography. Like, it's like, hey,
Well, now you're trying to make pictures that are great.
Meaningful.
So you couldn't just take a photo.
No.
You've got to now Photoshop and learn all this stuff so you can take photos worth looking at.
I am very proud of the pictures I took of Beth for this magazine coming up. I feel it's really good. In fact,
You're not going to tell me the theme?
I don't know if she wants to discuss that with you. She said specifically, not Robin. No, I mean, I don't know if she wants that out there.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing heavy. It's just
No,
like a full...
wait till the magazine comes
it's
out.
more of a fashion thing. So, but I'm proud of them because these pictures don't need a lot of work. I feel they're very natural. The lighting is perfect.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Do your parents look at your pictures?
Yes. In the magazines, yes.
But they
My
don't
mother-
look. They don't want to look at them at home.
They like looking at pictures of Beth.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, right. My mother was very complimentary. She said, I love that Hamptons magazine photo spread you did with Beth. So she was very complimentary. And she does like my sister's picture. But she's perplexed by it all.
But she doesn't just go, let me see some of your work.
No. It's funny. I wanted to
Or
show...
you'd think she'd say, I'd love a picture that you took of my granddaughter.
No. No. They don't like pictures. In fact, my mother took all of the pictures they had in the house, their old pictures, and said, I'm throwing these out. Do you want them? I'm going to give you all the old Super 8 films. I'm not going to look at them. And no, they're angry with pictures.
Oh, dear.
They don't like it. It's clutter. They don't like clutter. They're constantly throwing things out.
So put them in a scrapbook or an album.
No. That takes up room, too, in their home. They don't want anything personal in the room.
Yeah, you should not know who lives here.
Yeah, no, they don't like it. It's very strange. Anything sentimental, anything like that, it's out.
Wow.
It's a very Spartan life. It's really, really something to...
What are they, druids or something?
Wow. I've often said if I had been raised by wolves, I might have been a little healthier. I might have
They're
felt
more sentimental.
I might have felt more connection to people.
Right. They're more sentimental, those wolves.
Yeah, there's not a lot of sentiment there. Well, I told you my dad's philosophy. My mom once said, I get very sad when they're driving away from my house. My mother turns around and sees me in the driveway waving goodbye, and it makes her sad. She goes, I get very sad when I turn around and see Howard waving. My father goes, don't turn it off. That'll take care of that. But she was just saying, she was just expressing.
Is she feeling something?
Yes. The feeling is not good.
Stop that.
Stop turning it on. It's a bizarre life. Hey, Tom, you're on the air. Oh, I got to take a break. I didn't realize. Whoa.
Hey, Howard.
I got to give Robin her gift. Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting married in December, and I know you're doing the photography thing. I got a professional coming, and I was wondering how you feel about being a photographer, too, and then you can kind of see how you're progressing, too, if you compare everything, you know?
You want me to photograph your wedding, huh?
Yeah.
Where is it? In Jersey?
Yeah, it's in Jersey. I don't want to say exactly where it is.
All right, but when is it?
December 2nd. It's a Friday night.
I might take you up on that.
Cool. It'd be pretty cool, you know?
And you have a professional coming? Because I don't want the response. Like, if I fuck up your wedding, I couldn't live with myself. Because a wedding,
I got a pro coming.
You do? I bet you I'd do better than him, maybe.
No, that's what I'm saying. It'd be cool. And you got like almost 16 weeks, 15 weeks. You know.
The problem with a pro is they really do resent a guy coming and you know what I mean? They don't like that.
Well, they're competing now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You better check with him first.
Nah, he wouldn't be no problem.
I'll think about it. I'm not guaranteeing I'd do it. Hold on a second. Hey, Gary, take this guy's number down. Find out when and where this is off the air, when and where his wedding is, and maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, man. You know, I appreciate it. I think it'd be pretty cool, man.
I hope you're somewhere close by. He's not going to go to Kansas.
It's not far.
How ugly is your bride?
Oh, she's a knockout, man.
She's a knockout?
Yeah.
Is she going to wear one of those big foofy white gowns?
No, man. I didn't see it, but my mother saw it. She said it's not because she's a little bit loud with some of the stuff she wears.
This
but
fucking
it ain't too bad.
Some of these women wear these old-fashioned, full of fun, and then and tell her not to put her hair up in a bun.
No, she wears her hair straight. She's real.
Women get
that
married.
That woman who just married Prince William, you couldn't see her in that dress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't look sexy at your wedding. Wear something fucking hot. The poor bastard's going to fuck you for the rest of his life. Try to look, these women.
Look like the Flying Nun.
Yeah, they come in these big outfits. Like, wear a sexy dress. Put your fucking hair down.
They look like if you pumped air in it, they could fly.
They come walking down the aisle. You're like, what the fuck did I just sign on for? She looks like my grandmother.
Yeah, she's got a sleeveless thing, my mother said, so she's good. My girlfriend's real hot.
Does she have nice arms?
Yeah. She's tall. She's about 5'7", 5'8".
Somebody's bride's got slabs of meat hanging off the side of them. I can't believe it. All right, I tell you what, Tom. Let me think this through. Also, you're going to have to get in touch with your professional photographer to see if he would mind.
Yeah, I'll straighten that out.
Yeah, all right. How old did it do to you?
I'm going to be 40, actually, next month.
How old's the bride?
34.
Because I can't perform miracles. Some of these women want to look good on their wedding day. Listen, I'm not.
Look,
I'm
that's
not
your job to make them look beautiful. Stop it.
I can't perform miracles.
No, she's. I'm telling you, she's hot.
I'm not Jesus.
I'm married. She's gorgeous, and she's beautiful.
Some of these yentas are like, "Why I don't look good on my wedding day? You didn't look good before your wedding day."
Look, I've seen some pretty women who got messed up.
That's right. Let me tell you.
Stop that.
Now, if I do the wedding, I'm going to need an hour or two beforehand for pre-pictures,
Yeah, that's what he's doing. You guys can.
Oh, no, the two of you can't be there together.
I don't work with these guys.
He's not getting there. He's not getting there till a certain time.
Well, what I'm telling you is,
you get there earlier. You can have her all to yourself, and we can do pictures.
how early? You say, I don't want to get there. I mean,
she's got to be in the dress, I think.
No, she will be. She's going to be getting ready at the hotel. I'm going to be getting ready at my house. He's getting there, I think, at like a couple hours before the thing. And Howard can even get there like an hour or two earlier than him. And
I need time with the bride. I need time with you. I need time with the family. I mean, you see, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to be clashing with this fucking guy.
Right. You two will be running into each other.
He's a little 5'2" guy. You don't get it.
I'll kick his ass.
Yeah.
Well, there'll definitely be a different perspective if he's only 5'2".
And you better be honest. If your bride's a real mess, I'm going to need maybe a year.
A year in advance?
That's right.
Might have to postpone the wedding.
She was modeling years ago, and I'm telling you, she's hot. She's
All right.
beautiful. She got a big smile. She's gorgeous.
Okay. All right. Let Gary get the information. I'll put you on hold, all right?
All right.
I'm not guaranteeing anything because it sounds like a big pig fuck to me because you got this other guy there. He's going to be doing his thing.
But that's what the whole thing is cool because then you progress as a photographer at the end. We compare pictures.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I got no problem with it. He's going to have a problem with it. I guarantee you.
I guarantee you he won't. I'll straighten out.
Hold on.
He's going to do what I want,
All right. Hold on. Gary, write down this guy's information for me. Tom. On line 7.
Happy birthday.
you.
Robin.
Happy birthday.
I have to give you your gift.
Thank you. You're too funny.
You haven't opened it yet.
Look, I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm wearing an old birthday present. You gave me these
I've
a couple
adorned
years
you
ago.
many times, and I will continue to. And may you have many more beautiful birthdays.
Oh, but let's not count.
Yeah, I told Beth, I go, I think Rob is 59, but it can't be.
Wait till next year.
Oh. Who's here with the news? Lisa G is here with the headlines. Lisa, come on in and tell us what's happening in the Howard 100 newsroom. Lisa's on top of things. Hey, Lisa.
Hello. Thank you.
Lisa, what do you have for us?
Oh, Will Murray became a dad.
Oh,
They had a little
wow.
baby boy,
Oh,
Owen.
congratulations, Will. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he weighed in at 6
Owen.
pounds and 18 and a half inches.
I guess we got to get him a gift, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, with these gifts and these people and their babies. I mean, it's constant. Oh, hey, Will, life's going to change, dude. Be prepared to be.
It's probably already changed.
Yeah.
The baby's home.
I'm glad Will had a baby. You know what that means? He's going to work extra hard here because he's going to want to get out of the house.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, when did the baby come?
Saturday, right before Richard's wedding. We were getting ready, and
You're
she went
kidding.
into labor.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, I guess you got out of that one.
We were out.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Yeah. And so Owen is the name?
Owen, yes.
I like that.
Baby
name.
Owen.
Owen.
Owen Thomas Murray.
What inspired Owen?
Yeah, we like
that
Owen.
actor. What's his name?
Yes.
Owen.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Schmidt, the Eagle.
Right. Owen is the name. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And you brought the kid home already, right?
Kid's home, doing well, sleeping pretty good.
Sleeping through the night?
Well, mommy's got to breastfeed, so I don't really have to get up for that.
Do you know anything about babies or how to handle them or anything?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good,
Yeah.
I think.
Changing the diapers?
Changing the diaper.
Did
Yeah.
you take
Yeah.
any lessons or did you watch or
No,
read
I didn't do
anything?
any of that.
No?
Isn't it amazing? Like, they expect people to know what to do with these babies.
Well, I
really,
love
I'm an
that people
advocate.
expect that they're going to know instinctively.
I am one of the advocates that feel that in high school there should be courses in fathering and because the only way I learned about fathering was from my father. And I love my dad, but he's not he's not really all there, and he yells a lot, and basically berated me. So I thought that's what you're supposed to be as a father. It took me years to figure out what you're really supposed to do. So they should really teach.
Sit down!
All right, Dad, easy.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
Shut up!
I didn't
Shut
mean
up!
it.
Shut up! Shut up!
I'm only 5.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Oh, I feel okay after you say it.
Shut up!
Anyway, they don't teach you anything, and really, What's more important than bringing, think about it. What are we on this earth for? Think about it. People say to me, Howard, why are we on earth? Really, what is the purpose of all of this? The purpose is, if you're going to get technical about it, you're going to leave a contribution in some way for the next generation. And a way most people are going to contribute is they're going to have a child, raise that child so that the child will be better for the world and make some sort of contribution. That's the what the fuck else is there? Right?
Well, that's a very highfalutin kind of attitude.
Listen, Robin, you got to have a philosophy. What is it? What does it all mean? What does it all mean?
Because most people just drop them.
No, what it means is if you're having a child, your child is your contribution to the world, to the next generation, so that you can take a life and make it better. It's a noble cause. Young Owen Murray. Owen Murray sounds like an old Jew.
I know.
Young Owen Murray is going to be
you didn't
Will's.
think about that, did you?
Young Owen Murray is going to be Will's gift to the world.
His gift?
Yes. Wow. If Owen Murray is raised in a way that he will be a contributor, not a leech, not a bloodsucker.
Well, I got to point out some
I'm on a roll.
flaws
Yes.
in your thinking.
No. There's no flaw in my
A lot
thinking.
of people become contributors who aren't raised well, and children who do have a lot of privileges sometimes don't become contributors.
Listen to me. Did you see Planet of the Apes?
I did not.
All right, I didn't either, but I know the story from the first one. What if Owen Murray is the hope to defeat the apes for the human race? You don't know. You don't know. Owen Murray might be fighting apes. He might be our last
He might be the guy.
He might be the guy. You don't know. And Owen Murray now is a young man who is going to, he is going to be, Will's going to be gone one day, and Owen Murray is going to contribute to the world, and it's a big responsibility. If everyone took it seriously and everyone realized this, that this is your legacy, this is your gift to the world, Owen Murray. He could be John Connor from Terminator, Owen Murray.
Well, that's what you made me think about. Oh, is he John Connor?
Yes, every child should be thought of as John Connor. Are you John Connor? Yes.
Well, John Connor in these movies turns out to be kind of a wimp.
If you every day wake up, Will, and you say to yourself, Owen Murray is John Connor, or Owen Murray is my gift to the world, to the next generation, I'm going to contribute to make the world a better place. We got to hope as a society.
Absolutely.
So you've got a big obligation.
Definitely.
You got some kids, they grow up to shoot a congresswoman. I don't feel that's going to be Owen Murray.
No.
Let's hope not.
No. Please. Go
All
ahead.
right. If it is, maybe you'll have another one.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God.
Second one.
Yeah, have two, so just in case.
Right. But anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
And take your responsibility seriously.
I will.
All right.
I will.
Good. No more getting drunk at Eagles games.
Well, that was my concern, because I was thinking about Will this weekend. We were having conversations.
One Sunday.
We were having conversations about those crazy fans in Los Angeles who beat a guy so bad he's in a coma.
Right.
And I was like, Will gets, we were talking about fans in general and what places are bad to see football games or baseball games and wear another team's jersey. Mm-hmm. And I thought about Will.
Yeah.
Will,
No, I'd probably be that guy in the coma. Look at me.
Well, Lee Harvey Oswald has a nice brother. Did you know that? So,
No.
Yeah, but who talks about him? Everybody talks about Lee.
Well, anyway.
I like that backup plan for the kid.
Owen Murray have a foreskin or not?
He has kept his foreskin.
You're not
that
circumcising?
We're not circumcising.
Wow.
That's revolutionary.
How you feel about that?
I was on the fence, but I really couldn't think of a good reason to do it. So I said...
You want to know something? I agree with you. I get Lisa looks upset, but I don't know why. Why are you upset?
He's not
What do you-
Jewish.
No, just it's an interesting decision.
It is. You want to know something? I'm against circumcision. I can't for the life of me believe that there's a guy up in the sky who thinks we have to form a covenant by cutting off a tip of your son's penis. You think about it, it's absurd. You're born into this world with a foreskin. There must be a reason why. It's a genetic thing. There's a purpose for everything. Why you would cut and mutilate a baby's penis is beyond me. I still somehow believe that that years ago people were uptight about sex and they wanted to calm men down, so they cut off this foreskin. Same reason they cut off a woman's clitoris in Africa. And so I can't even imagine for the life of me that it could be a proper procedure. And yet, because everyone you know has had a circumcision, you start to think, oh, maybe this is the wrong decision. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm wrong. My son's a... And then you hear about the guy who has trouble with his foreskin, and later on in life he's got to get it cut off. But quite frankly, those are rare occurrences. How could it be right to mutilate your son? I mean, if I had a son, I think I would leave it. And yet it feels weird saying that.
I know. Believe me, I went through the exact same thing you're saying. And,
Right.
And that's where we came. And then Scott, the pace. Oh, God. You left him with a foreskin? I'm going to call him Schmegma.
Oh, dear.
It's
Well,
disgusting.
how do they approach it in the hospital now? Do they just come and give you a choice? Or
They gave us a choice,
Yeah.
and we were looking for a little input, and, you know, we heard both sides of it. And like I said, I didn't hear a good argument for cutting it off. And like Howard said, you know, peer pressure is not a good reason to do it, so
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
How's his penis look? Does it look like he's going to have a big one?
It's beautiful.
Is it big?
It's pretty big. He's
Beautiful.
got big balls. I guess your balls are swollen when you're born.
Good for him.
Beautiful. He's a beautiful boy.
Those Murray boys, they're all well hung.
He's a good guy, yeah.
Good for him, boy. You know what? Even my mother said my penis was small from birth. I'm talking about
no.
inordinately
Even with
small.
all the hormones and stuff,
Yeah.
you didn't get anything.
Yeah. My
No,
mom...
no extra.
And my mom has huge breasts. I thought that maybe that would somehow relate, but I got such a tiny one. See, I imagine when I was a baby, because it looks like a baby owns it now. If you shaved me down and just
Do
took
you
a picture,
think Owen Murray is bigger than you
yep,
are right
I
now?
guarantee you. Oh, if you show me Owen Murray's penis, I guarantee you it's bigger than mine. And I'm not fucking with you. I'm telling you the truth. I'm smaller than a baby.
Oh, dear.
I just want.
I just can't believe that.
Yeah. But be good to your son. Look, don't call him a moron.
No.
Don't call him an idiot. He's a kid, you know.
As long as he's not a Giants fan, we're good.
Right.
Or Yankees.
Well, I'm sure he's not a Giants fan.
No.
All right.
You're raising him around here. It might
know, it's
happen.
Uh-huh.
But thank you. Yeah,
All
he's
right.
great.
He's your contribution. Now get to work on him.
I will.
All right. Here he is. How to spell it out for this guy. He's got no guidance. Will Murray, proud dad. How do you like that?
Well, you talk about names. I was just looking here. There was some guy whose name was Rocket Red Glare.
That's a good name.
name.
Rocket Red Glare. Hey, Captain.
Hey, good morning, Howard. Happy birthday, Robin.
Hi there.
I wanted to point out that Owen Murray is 59 years younger than Robin.
That's right. A lot of people are pointing that out. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Captain.
Owen Murray is 59 years younger than you. There's a 59-year spread. Holy cow. It's crazy that
You know what I was thinking? Can you imagine having a child who's 59? My mother has a
I know.
kid who's 59 years old.
I can't believe you're 59. You're so old. Oh, my God, Robin. Look at you.
Hey,
You
you're
know, you
not
look
far
good.
behind.
I really feel like I am.
You're not that far.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. What about
Both
Robin?
of you. I want to see that present you got her.
Oh, it's
take
beautiful.
a look. Show
Can
her.
I?
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'd have. I put
Is it the
right-
new
it's
Messenger Hermes?
Yes,
handbag?
it is.
Oh my
Yes,
God!
that's what it is.
I got her the Messenger Hermes bag.
In what color?
It's saddle.
She got saddle.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cost me a pretty dime.
I
that
can't
thing.
wait till
I was
I'm
gonna say, I don't
59.
even want to ask.
I'm talking it over with Beth. I go, how is this that much money? I don't understand. She goes, you don't understand. And then I had to spring for one for her, too, because she got caught up in it.
Oh my goodness, you got a double hit.
Oh, I got such a double hit.
Well, that is
She goes,
amazing.
oh, I think I want one, too. Ha, 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 you know. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, I know. You know. That's why I tried to hook you up with Wayne Siegel. He would have bought you one.
I'll live. bagless.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got to wear that. Beth wore it somewhere
Yes,
this weekend.
wear it to
and
sleep.
Beth wore it somewhere this weekend. They took a picture with it. because
Really?
The bag gets a picture.
Yeah, the bag is famous.
Right. The bag is famous. You wear that bag, people take your picture. What are you going to put in that? You got to put all your junk in there. Don't stretch it out. Just do it.
Oh,
use it.
no. I've gone to a new system now
Yeah,
that I
'cause-
lost everything.
Yeah, you walk around like a bag woman. I see you.
Well, all I'm carrying now to put in a purse is my wallet and my phones.
That's all you should
My
need.
wallet has everything in it and my phones.
You should be fully electronic at this point. You shouldn't need anything but your phone and your wallet.
That's right.
Good for you. Good for you, Robin. 59, you finally figured it out.
I figured
She
it
walks
out.
around
Took
like
me
a
a
bag
while.
lady. But don't you have a little thing with like your cosmetics and a little bag, like a little bag inside your bag with your, spritz?
But I have all that here, so I don't have to bring that with me.
What about when you're out on the town?
Well, then that's a different story.
All right. So you're going to load that fucking bag up. You're going to stretch it out. It's going to look like shit. People go, oh, look at that Hermes bag. She's like a bag lady with it.
Stop it.
She walks around. She got her whole house inside a bag.
I know.
I see what goes on. She can't find a thing in that
You know
bag.
what? And I never have what I need.
Never.
And with all that crap.
Because you can't find anything. You haven't decided what's really important in that bag.
But I told you I'm changing.
Yeah. An organizer would say, look, take the 5 things you really use and that's it.
Changing everything.
Good for you.
Papa Murray, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
All the things that Howard brought up today, were you thinking this existentially about the birth of your child, or was it
What part?
just about like fulfilling a destiny and
Well,
perhaps-
yeah, you usually
perhaps
think
some sort of
about
ape killer?
the meaning of life, and that he's going to make a more important contribution than holding a microphone for the Sibian. So that's what I'm really hoping for. That he can be more than a guy that answers the phones and says, "What do you want to talk to Howard about?" That he can bring more to life than that. So yeah, absolutely.
So you fully intend for him to fulfill his ape-killing prophecy?
Let's hope so.
Because
If you can lead the human race against the apes, I mean, you got to say job well done, right?
Absolutely.
I would exactly so.
And the circumcision decision, you're fine with it. You're at peace
Listen,
with it?
Howard almost said word for word what I was thinking the whole thing. I mean, there was a lot of peer pressure to have him cut. You know, a lot of people said like father, like son, but in the end, it really is just mutilating your kid. And I think it's funny that supposedly for religious reasons that you change, you alter the way that fucking God creates people. So I couldn't think of a good reason. Maybe his penis will look a little weird for a while, but I understand now that a lot more people are going uncircumcised. So
It's amazing what society will follow if there's a enough lies behind
And
it.
I figure, 15 years old, he's self-conscious, he can go in there and snip it off, and he'll be fine.
Right. And has fatherhood brought out the softer side of Will Murray?
No.
A few of us have noticed you've been a little bit more gentle and kind with the callers.
I think it's just back from vacation. Don't give me another day. Give me by Wednesday, and it'll be ugly back here again, I promise you. And God forbid when I stop sleeping. So far he's been good. Mommy's been great taking baby, but if I stop sleeping, it's going to be a nightmare around here for me and for people in this back office.
So the fire continues to burn.
Always. Always, brother.
Congratulations.
Mark the midget. They're ready to negotiate.
Johnny Fratto on a TV show? I could swear that they're doing Mob Week on AMC,
Hey, Johnny.
and Johnny's doing some of the commentary.
Johnny, are you on a TV show?
Well, I was. It was a Mob Week on AMC last week. They showed all the different mob movies, and I did a lot of the commentary. I had a real good time, a lot of fun.
Yeah, John-
Giuliani was on it, though, and them fuckers didn't tell me he was going to be there, because if I'd have known he was going to be on there, I don't know, I might have had second thoughts.
Why?
Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just,
He
he's
probably
a
put a
little
lot of his
scary to
relatives
me.
in
That
jail.
guy's a little scary to me. the guy.
Yeah, but Johnny, I mean, I assume you're not in the mob. I mean, your dad was one of the largest mob figures. He ran Rhode Island, and,
Right.
he was a big
Iowa.
deal. But he ran Iowa.
Well, he ran Iowa, the Midwest.
Yeah, but Johnny, you're on the straight and narrow, so why would you be mad at Giuliani? I guess because...
You just, Howard, it's like instinct. You just pick it up, you know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
If somebody's, you go from the people before you. So you were like talking about offices right now. My dad had a lot of offices. They were called telephone booths. He would pull up the different phones and that seemed to be his office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, your old man. That's why your old man was a success.
That's why. Yeah, he never did no time. So
Let me tell you, he never did time. And Johnny, as a child, was privy to when Johnny wanted to play, his father brought home
The space capsule.
the space shuttle.
Not the shuttle.
Space capsule. The space capsule. I can't remember what the fucker was called.
His father was so powerful, he actually had NASA's rocket ship in his backyard, right?
Yeah, but they had to steal it,
Right. But
So
still.
they stole it and then they put it back.
All right.
So
Well, the
that's
reason
okay.
we're on the phone with Johnny is, Johnny has been representing Eric the Midget.
Yes.
Do you have a reading problem?
Hold it a second. I don't.
We haven't even talked to
We
you
haven't even
yet.
talked to you yet.
I think you said that to me.
Oh.
Are you talking to me, Eric?
I said that to Howard. What the hell did it say in my email?
All right. Let's
It
get to
says-
your email. Now Eric
it says
has.
It says the nickname goes the fuck away.
All right. Here is a letter.
Oh, we have to talk about demands?
Yeah. Here is a list of demands that
For
Eric
what?
wrote to. I'm going to tell you. I read these over last night in a rather detailed email.
Yes.
Howard, by the way, he told me he hated me 5 minutes ago when I got him on the phone. I said, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you hate me.
Why do you
I'm trying to
hate?
get something
Why do you
done.
hate Johnny? Johnny's trying to help you.
Because, I'd rather be sleeping.
All right. Look, as far as I understand, I didn't contact Eric.
Yeah, so he could be sleeping.
Yeah. Eric contacted me and said he wants to come back on the show, but he has demands in order to make
That's
this happen.
my fault. That's my fault, Howard, because I'll tell you why we're doing this. We're doing this because I had to explain to Eric that a lot of work came and it slowed down. And I told him, without Howard, you got nothing.
Right. And he didn't understand that.
I spent 8 years on this show and only got 2 acting gigs out of it.
Are you
could have had 20. Oh, Howard, wait a minute. Let me finish this. Howard, the people that came to do things with him, it would have been 20. If he would have took those gigs. Am I right, Eric?
Do you realize the miracle that occurred? I got Eric
He
to...
doesn't act.
You're not an actor. B, you have an unusual look. And C, I got you 2 acting jobs that you never would have had in your life had you not been on this show. It's a miracle.
No, Howard, listen to me. Adult Swim offered him a thing that every stand-up comic would kill for, to be a character in a thing. He didn't like it because he felt like the language was too risque. He got a fucking...
satanic.
What?
It was too satanic.
It was a satanic cartoon. And it's on
All right.
TV.
Listen, Eric, I'm not sure I understand. You do want to be back on the show, I'm assuming.
Well, apparently Johnny has convinced him that's the only way things will happen
So
for him.
The only way, I mean, if he's not on the show, Howard, I can't do anything.
Right. Well, go try to figure that out, how you explain that to him. I don't understand how he doesn't understand it. But here it is, and I'll try and work through this with Eric. I'll read these out loud, and I'll tell you what I'm comfortable with.
All right.
First, I will do the reading of the 10 demandments, as Eric calls them. He says, these are my demands for coming back on the show. Now, I didn't ask him to come back on the show.
Nobody was looking for him.
I did it.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, the nickname Eric the Midget will be gone forever. Also, you cannot use the word midget at all anymore on the show.
Even when he's not here?
That's right. Callers can't use the word.
Oh, my God.
The staff can't use the word. He says, look, I know for a fact from tweeting with one of the WWE superstars that is a little person, and also from meeting and talking to Marty Kleba, you remember Marty the Midget?
Yes.
That I am not the only little person that hates that word and wishes that word would just go away. Okay, so anyway, that's the first demand.
That's just one.
That's one. Number 2. All of the bullshit about me being a difficult, ungrateful, ingrate, angry, and all the time mad at the world person comes to an end at once and for all.
Oh.
I am fucking sick of you and all the fans thinking that I am any of those things. That's number 2. I'll respond to each of these afterwards, Eric, if that's okay.
Right.
Number 3. All of the fucking verbal abuse and bullying on the air and off the air ends. Howard, lately I feel like you're a hypocrite. Why I say that is you got pissed off and bent out of shape last week when Lady Gaga's fans were abusing you and harassing you and threatening you on Twitter. And then I read this week You got again all upset, mad, pissed off, and bent out of shape when you found out that Dak Shepard and Jimmy Kimmel were making fun of a photo that you took and sent to Jimmy. So in other words, he's saying, how can I bully when I'm being bullied and I get upset?
You haven't demanded that people change.
Well,
you change your behavior.
As I said, Robin, I will explain what demands I'm comfortable with after I read through them. I was in shock when I read this. Number 4, enough of putting me in the whack pack. That ends right away. I'm not anything like that damn drunk trailer park white trash Jeff the drunk, or that complete nutcase that thinks he was taken in pro by aliens Riley Martin, or that huge, dirty, smelly, gross, fat, scamming, high-pitch Eric. All right. Number 5. Howard, you say you have many connections? Well, I want you to put those connections to use.
Oh, my goodness.
And help out Johnny get me more acting gigs. I mean, 2 acting gigs in 8 years is pathetic for someone who says that he has a lot of connections. Also,
it would have been 10.
Also, get me on game shows so I can make some extra money.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 6 out of the 10 demandments. From now on, nothing but outright respect when I call in. No more sound effects or talking over me while I'm trying to talk. No more taking calls from worthless, pathetic, loser-ass, prick, no-life, having hateful douchebag assholes that all they want to do is talk shit about me while I'm on the air. That's number 6. Number 7. I want set call times. I no longer want to be on hold for hours. All right, number 8. I demand that I take Steve Langford's spot on the Howard 100 News team as a West Coast member of the team.
Is that right?
Since they have an open spot from Langford leaving, I'd like to make whatever he made a week. I would focus on celebrity news, movies, red carpet interviews, and other entertainment stuff.
So he just wants Steve's job.
Yeah. Hey, at least he doesn't want your job.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Number 9. Also, trips to Las Vegas, Disney World, Disneyland, and other places that I would like to visit. More trips up to the Bunny Ranch, also the Playboy Mansion, and
what?
And trips to see WWE and TNA wrestling pay-per-view and non-pay-per-view shows, UFC pay-per-view in this country. Also, tickets to the remaining home games of this season for the Oakland A's and San Francisco Giants playoffs, and World Series tickets if one or both of them make it in. 2012 season tickets for both teams, tickets for both the San Francisco 49ers and Oakland Raiders. Okay, that's number 9.
Wow, I can't wait for 10.
And number 10, Eric, if I have it right, this is the final request that has to be met in order to make it worth returning to the show. During baseball spring training next year, we do a series for charity best of 7 your baseball or softball team with you coaching. If you want to play, there's something about me coaching. It's very confusing, and I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Now, Johnny, as Eric's representative, I am going to...
Did you talk to him about these demands, Johnny?
Yes, Robin, I did.
Oh.
What did you say about them?
I said that they were unrealistic.
What did Eric say?
He said, fuck you.
All right.
So that's about as far as I was able to go with that negotiation.
I'm thinking of making a counteroffer right now. All right, here's my counteroffer. If he comes back on the show, Johnny, take a note. Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting it right now.
Here's my offer. If Eric comes on the show, I offer him a sandwich, and I'll lock him in a pet cage.
Okay. Sandwich and pet cage.
All right, first of all, Eric, let me take it seriously now. All right, here we go. Eric, number 1, the name Eric the Midget. That is your name.
No, it's not.
I don't see how you...
It's the name people know you by.
It's your...
Sometimes people don't get to...
That is a fucking disrespectful, ignorant word.
But, Eric, I can't prevent the callers from calling you Eric the Midget. Let's say I stop calling you Eric the Midget. Let's say I call you Eric the Actor. Okay? Let's say I agree to that. And let's say Robin agrees to it.
I don't think I've ever called you Eric the Midget.
Eric the complaining midget.
Maybe I called you that.
But Eric,
I'm pretty sure you called him that.
I can't stop the world from calling you Eric the Midget.
Eric the annoying midget.
Do you understand that? That I can't promise you that?
You can't guarantee that, Eric.
Somebody may refer to you as that.
Eric the loudmouth midget.
Okay.
Fred, stop with those now, Eric, the obnoxious midget.
All right. Eric, number 2. The idea of you being ungrateful or angry. Listen, when you're a celebrity, which you are, people are going to have listen, people bash me all day on that Twitter and on the phone. How can I mean, if people feel you're ungrateful or angry or this or that, that comes with fame. I can't stop that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but if if we notice that something you're doing seems angry, belligerent, ungrateful, we have to point it out.
Yes, Gary.
Hey, can I just address something about the name part?
Yes.
Because, so I'm looking at the Hollywood Reporter from a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
There's a pretty well-known executive producer of the show Alcatraz. Her name is Elizabeth Sarnoff. So they ask her, what are some things you would do if you were running TV? She said, I would have more manlyhood on The Bachelor, and I would have more Eric the Midget on Fringe. Meaning, you are known as Eric the Midget now in Hollywood.
Did you know
by
that,
a major
Eric?
producer.
A producer.
Humongous deal.
Now, do you want her not to be able to find you?
No.
Eric?
No, but it's Eric, the actor. I am an actor. I'm not a midget.
How about Eric the Midget actor?
No.
Just be both.
But what Gary's point is, you've become so synonymous with that name that even if I stopped calling you that,
it has a life of its own.
Yeah, I mean, this is a major Hollywood producer who's advocating.
Howard.
Yeah.
He was a New York Times crossword puzzle, Eric the Midget.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but by the way, that's something I would still have yet to get back from you, Johnny.
I got it.
What, you lent him your copy?
Well, a fan handed me a copy, and Johnny took it, said, let me make copies of it. I'll send it to you, and more than a year later, I still have yet to get it.
Hey, Johnny, I got to agree with Eric on that. I mean, listen, that's quite an honor to be in the New York Times crossword puzzle. You got to get that to him.
I will get that to him.
Yeah, but that's a side negotiation. That has nothing to do with
that. That has nothing to do with me, though. That's between you and your agent, Johnny Fratto. All right. Now, Eric, number 3, all the verbal abuse, all of this you call verbal abuse. Look, if the fans are bullying you, what can I do?
Either you don't want your fame, Eric.
Or you do. Number 4, enough of putting me in the whack pack. Listen, what difference does it make where I put you? You don't have to associate with the whack pack.
Eric, the whack packer. I'd rather be associated with a friend that I've made named Jim from Raleigh, who is considered a regular caller, not considered a whack pack.
Everyone figures you're whack pack. I'll tell you why. You're part of the characters. You're part of the crew. You're part of the fun of the show. You don't have to consider yourself part of the whack pack. But people do. They do lump you in with that.
Is Marianne from Brooklyn?
Marianne from Brooklyn is not in the whack pack.
She's not in the whack pack.
No. She's too normal.
King of All Blacks in the whack pack?
Yes.
He is?
No,
okay.
He's not.
All right.
No. I mean, Marianne has a funny voice, so maybe she is. But
I mean, Elephant Boy's in the whack pack.
Elephant Boy is funny.
Wrong with him.
Yeah, well,
so, I mean, you know.
He shit his pants on the subway and then went to an appearance.
Shh.
All right. So that's debatable, but okay.
No, he's in the whack pack.
No, I mean, enough of oh, you mean Eric's in the whack pack.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Howard, you say you have many connections. I mean, Eric...
Now what is the demand there?
That he wants more acting gigs, that I don't get him enough. I mean, Eric, it's a miracle that I got you 2 acting gigs. It's a miracle. You've never acted in your...
You got it more than 2, because there's been 4 or 5 he turned down.
Right. I mean, listen, Eric, when you're a beginner actor, you got to take what you get. You can't be so damn picky.
Everybody's saying yes, not no, when they start out, Eric.
Yeah.
You've been sitting on one connection for 4 seasons.
What's that?
Your movie wife just ended her 4th season of In Plain Sight.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Oh,
I would like to be on that one.
Yeah, but
we're supposed to force her to put you on the show?
Listen, Eric, I'll cut to the chase. I can't agree to any of these demands.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not going to go through them point by point. There isn't one demand in here that makes any sense.
You can't. If we can't.
You were a caller. You called into my show. I always enjoyed having you on. I would enjoy having you on in the future. I can't tell you I'm not going to put you on hold. I can't do any of that. So again, I don't think you're in any position to make any demands, and I'm not going to get you box seats and trips to the Bunny Ranch if it comes up.
Las Vegas.
If you are good enough, that'll happen. But I can't guarantee you that.
Read what the first paragraph says then.
All right.
What is the first paragraph?
Well, would you tell me what it says?
It says that each and every one of them has to be agreed upon for me to return.
Well,
Goodbye.
I don't agree to any of them.
If they are not, well, I won't return.
Goodbye.
All right, well, then that's it, I guess. Because I'm not going to agree to any of these demands.
Eric, look, what about Pit Boss? What about Beez It? What about Adult Swim?
Johnny's talking sense to you.
Oh, I mean, all of these things are things he turned down. These are big things. There was a website company.
Whoa. Back up.
Okay.
I've never. You take one of those out of there because I've never turned down Pit Boss.
You never. You actually did because Pit Boss, their criteria was that you go on Stern at that time, and you did not want to go on. So that was a turn down.
Well, that's only because of that stipulation.
Well, then you'd refuse the job.
You turned it down.
That's right.
Yeah, you turned it down. I mean,
Eric, Johnny's telling the only good thing that's ever come out of your life is this show.
That's it.
That's it. Anything that comes out acting-wise, being invited to the Bunny Ranch, it's only because you were on the show.
All the
I don't
people
care.
he's met, any of it.
If you don't want to be on the show, that's fine. I don't want, as you say, your health gets affected by the fans. Then don't be a part of it. But if you want to be,
he's talking about Stern Fan Network. I told him the same thing.
Tell him not to read it. I don't even read that.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
I don't read that,
You
Eric.
don't look at it. You don't see it.
Eric, I don't read Stern Fan Network.
I was meeting athletes and stuff prior to me being on this show.
Then go ahead and have your life. You don't need us.
Right, but don't be upset with Johnny when he can't get you gigs. It's all going to dry up.
I told him right out, I can't do it.
Johnny's saying in order to be your manager or whatever he is, his age,
There's
your
nothing
agent,
to manage.
there's nothing to manage when you're not on. So you're in no position.
Don't swim, Howard.
Johnny, he's in no position to negotiate.
I tried to tell him that before we made the call. That the Adult Swim. He got to deal with Adult Swim.
What was the deal? Let me hear the deal.
Well, I don't know. He was supposed to play some kind of little satanic thing. And it's just his voice.
Yeah.
It was satanic, and he said no, he don't like that satanic.
Eric, have you ever watched the show True Blood? Hold it, Johnny. Let me talk. A cartoon devil. Eric, have you ever watched the show True Blood?
Yes, every episode.
Do you ever see? Me too. Do you ever see the vampires on there? They don't turn down the role because they're playing something satanic. It's a role. It's a make believe.
Yeah.
That's acting.
You got offered a cartoon and you turned it down because you thought it was
Adult Swim.
Can you imagine?
So you're not an actor, Eric.
Because an actor plays a role. You're not really satanic.
I played a role for
don't talk too fast about that
on this show.
But do you think the guys on True Blood should have turned on the role because it's satanic?
Or that they're really vampires?
No.
So why would you turn down the role of a satanic character? He didn't like the words they were saying.
What words?
I don't even know. What were the words, Eric?
I don't remember the lines of dialogue now. Because
yeah, but Eric, every line in your email to me is "fuck you, asshole."
Yeah, what words do you object to?
Yeah, I mean, where are there words that you could object to? You got the foulest little mouth I ever heard. I mean, what is this?
Unbelievable. You know, and then Howard, you got to understand that he gets mad at me. And I mean, he gets mad at me.
I know.
You guys some voicemails. and he gets mad. I got big kids. I got a fucking 9-year-old and a fucking 2.5-year-old.
Right. He's got a young wife.
9-year-old wants me to throw fucking baseballs all day at him, which I can't do.
Oh.
My ankles are killing me.
Of course, you're an old man.
My ankles are killing me for fucking picking up the goddamn 2-year-old and chasing him.
Yeah, he's the same age I am.
I got a grandson now that exposes himself to everybody that he...
Eric, in other words, what Johnny... Let me interpret for Eric. What Johnny is saying, Eric, the guy's got a very busy life. He's willing to help you out, but you got to help yourself. You got to understand, when you turn down a major cartoon because you think it's satanic, that's like saying, I turned on the role of a vampire on True Blood because it's satanic. That's absurd.
Or he's not it's not even a human or it's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
Nobody could even see him.
Eric, it was a cartoon you turned down. Do you understand my point?
Yeah, cartoon.
Am I getting through to you at all?
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, you need someone who talks sense to you. I'm in show business. I didn't turn down roles.
Beezid, came with a wonderful, wonderful offer. There was another company that did porn that came.
All right, porn I understand he doesn't want to do. That I understand.
Well, I'm not talking about doing porn. It wasn't for porn to make a porn movie. It was to promote a porn movie.
Oh.
And he watches porn. He's certainly not opposed to it.
And he didn't want to do those events.
Eric, why wouldn't you promote a porn? You went to the Bunny Ranch. You love porn stars. Why wouldn't you?
I know. I'm like, Johnny, are you referring to the Vanessa Blue website?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you turn that down?
Up there.
Not sure why, really.
Yeah, you see, Eric, listen to me.
You're a little loopy.
Yeah.
No, you were.
Eric, I want you to be happy. Don't call into Johnny. Let me talk to Eric. Eric, I want you to be happy. Don't call into the show if it doesn't make you happy. But you're not thinking clearly on a lot of these topics. When Johnny says to you, and Johnny's thinking clearly, he goes, "Hey, Eric, I got a wonderful cartoon opportunity for you," and you go, "Well, it's a satanic
I don't want to
cartoon."
play a devil.
And then you go, "Porno. I don't want to promote a porno."
You've done it before for free.
For free. So you got to listen. You got to listen a little bit to Johnny. And I hate to break the news to you. Your calls into this show are the best thing that ever happened to you, but that's your decision to make.
And the well is drying up, Howard. I mean, the more he's not on the show, the well gets drier and drier.
But I don't want to force you to be on.
No, there's no force.
No.
But we can't bow to these silly demands.
No. Eric, I'm not bowing to any of your demands.
I only wish one of them was reasonable.
Can we hone one of these demands to be more of a reasonable demand?
And by the way, Eric, if I start giving in to your demands, you imagine all the callers making demands of me?
Can you imagine the rest of the whackback?
I'll have to memorize rules for each caller.
Jeff the drunk will be right on the phone.
Speech impediment man will have me in court. Let's see what the fans think. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me hear what the fans think.
Of course, I think you probably screwed up any chance of me ever doing another J.J. Abrams show.
Why is that?
The pirated movie.
But what does it got to do with me?
Didn't Gary just read?
Your name was supposedly on the copy.
Yeah, but I can't do anything about that listen, I got a letter from a woman, by the way, Eric, who tells me in the letter that what these guys do, she has a husband who knows a guy. These guys who deliver these things through the mail, they know the envelopes that these screeners go out in. They open them up, they copy them, and then they put them back in the envelopes.
Right.
Listen, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm an honest guy. I never would boot. What do you think? I'm going to bootleg a copy of my own a movie they sent me with my name on it? I'd have to be a moron.
But by the same token, why would they hold that against Eric?
Right.
Because
JJ doesn't hold it.
Because I'm associated with the show.
There's no war going on, Eric.
JJ loves me.
But what do you want from JJ?
He wants to be on Fringe again, he says.
Well, I don't know how I would be able to be back on that show.
Of course you could be back on the show.
You could be another character. You could have had an evil twin.
Yeah, you could be a parrot. They could put you in a cage and put a costume on you.
And Howard, he got a call today from Robert Mills.
There you go.
Got a call. about being on that show. What is that show, Eric?
Take the money and run.
Yeah, well, listen.
That's where they give you $100,000. You got to hide the money from the police.
Right.
I told them I'll help you hide the money from the fucking police. That's one thing I do know how to do.
Yeah, Johnny should be on that show.
Yeah, they'll never find it.
Well, let me tell you about that, Eric, that offer. Bobby Mills is a personal friend of mine.
That's right.
Number two, Ralph was talking to Bobby and came up with the idea that he should be on it with you, Eric. All this comes from the show. But you don't recognize it. But listen, I can't stay on the phone any longer because I do have to take a break. Your
demands are ridiculous.
Your demands are being... I'm going to tear them up right now. Listen to this.
There you go.
There you go. There's the demands. That's how Johnny's father dealt with demands. You ask Johnny about demands. He'll tell you.
I don't think my father dealt with them like that. I think,
Yeah, you never heard
you
from
only
anyone.
wish.
No.
Nobody made demands.
Normally.
But, Eric, listen, your choice. You do what you want. I still like you, and I would always take a call from you. But you go back and think about it. I'm not going to force you to do anything.
You didn't even read the third email that Johnny sent in.
The third email?
Too many emails, Eric. I'm not into any demands.
What's the third email got to do with anything? Your demands are not met.
What did you say about the third? What is the third email?
The third email was kind of extending upon some of the demands.
Well, they're not even... If it makes them more restrictive, your demands are not met at any level. We don't want your demands.
They don't even like these demands.
Yeah. I don't like these demands, let alone the third level.
You're going to embellish them some more? No, thank you.
Howard, the Robert Mills situation, is that a real situation to put Eric on Take the Money and Run?
Right.
Is that a real legit thing on the table?
Yeah, I'm saying I believe it is. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I mean,
you haven't been in the discussion?
I'm not in the loop on that, but I know Ralph mentioned something to me yesterday about how he thought it would be cool if Eric the Midget was on with him. And I think he recommended this to Robert Mills. So I know.
Unfortunately, he called you Eric the Midget.
Well, that's who Robert Mills knows, Eric the Midget. You don't know Eric the actor.
Yeah, you don't know that, Eric. Yeah, that's something that you got to,
What am I going to say?
Yeah, there's a way to do this. What do we do?
He's the boss. Well, listen, Johnny, you've laid it out for him 100 times. Eric,
we're not
like I told him, listen to me, you guys. I got a 9-year-old. I got a fucking 2.5-year-old. That's the uncle to the 3-year-old grandson.
Johnny, these demands. Johnny, tell your client that. Johnny, tell your client these demands are ridiculous. I mean, look at this demand. Eric demands to be made a Supreme Court justice if he calls into the show. I mean, that's how...
It's just as viable. It's just as undoable as any of the others. But I would say that, Eric, I would take your demands to some other place.
Yeah, you should go on some other show. They might be willing to put up with this.
Well, Howard, can we negotiate a little bit?
No.
Not on those demands.
So we need all new demands.
Yeah, I think here's what I would suggest, Johnny. Have your client go back and make new demands. And then we'll have a discussion next week.
All right. We're going to come up with reasonable new demands.
Yeah, reasonable. Yes, Eric.
I'm still holding a bit of a grudge against Johnny. For a couple of years ago, Johnny Jr. and a friend went down to Miami to be on SmackDown. And I didn't even get invited to it. And I'm a much bigger fan of WWE than Johnny or Johnny Jr.
Well,
we
Eric,
went down there, Eric, to bring shoppers down there for the WWE Divas that we were working. That wasn't just a trip. That was a work trip.
Johnny, it works.
Well,
Johnny has a chopper business, Eric.
Me.
But we can't negotiate that for you with Johnny.
Johnny, don't you take Eric everywhere with you, even when you're on business?
Whenever he's around here, I do. Howard, listen to me. I go to Toys R Us every single fucking day. Every day. If he wants to go to Toys R Us, he's more than happy to come to my house, and we'll go to Toys R Us. And whoever's there, I'd buy toys for. So if he wants toys, he can get toys too.
But when you went down to WWE, it was for your chopper business.
It was for the chopper. We made a chopper for we made a chopper for McMahon, and they were going to unveil it, and that's why we went there. And it was.
How come you didn't include Eric? How come you don't treat him like your son and bring How come you?
It was. It was in and out.
Right.
I wanted to get there, and I wanted to get back. And as you already know from the Fringe, negotiation, that Eric, you just don't get him in and out. Thing.
Maybe you Johnny, maybe you should breastfeed Eric as well.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I mean, listen.
There's passports, there's oxygen, there's all kinds of things.
Eric, you're forgetting that if Johnny did invite you, you're a massive headache.
Massive headache.
It's not easy.
Massive headache.
You complain about everything.
Howard, you got to play some of them calls where he called me up about the money, and I had like 4 deals on the table that were money. Bees had offered him money. Adult Swim offered him money. Shorty offered him money, and to get on the show, to call into the show, to promote the show, which he did not want to do. Promote.
Eric, you mentioned you mentioned Marty Kleba. I know Marty. Marty took all kind of work when he got his career going.
Right.
He didn't sit there and turn down a cartoon. Johnny,
he didn't sit there and say, "I'm not going to be an elf."
Marty Kleba would have killed someone to get that role.
But now that he's away from the show, he's still got a pretty damn good career going.
Marty had a career before we met him.
You're our creation. All right,
This
look.
was like 30 years ago. My grandma used to hang around that Johnny Paleo, that little guy with the harmonica.
Right.
I could have got Eric right in there.
All right, listen, guys, I got to go. Enough of this negotiation. It's not going well. Eric, you've got to rethink your role in show business. You're turning down roles left. Would you play a Nazi in a movie, Eric?
No.
Yeah, why not? You're not really a Nazi.
It's just an act. Yeah, it's an act, Eric.
See, that's why I say you're not an actor. Nobody can call you Eric the actor.
Tom Cruise played a Nazi. He's not. No one thinks he's.
And Brad Pitt did too.
And Brad Pitt played a satanic vampire.
He played a Nazi also. I think that might have even been a Nazi vampire.
Al Pacino played the devil.
No, Eric wouldn't play that. Eric, would you have turned down that role, playing the devil?
Yeah.
Oh.
How about a drug dealer? Would you play a drug dealer?
No.
Whoa.
Oh, well, we can't work with you. And in these circumstances, you're not an actor.
Eric, an actor.
Eric, if we wanted to do a music video with you to Thriller, to Michael Jackson's Thriller, would you do that?
What do you mean, play a zombie?
No, we actually have him do the Michael Jackson part, only we'll have Jan push him around in a chair so he can dance.
Yeah, but even Michael turns into a zombie in Thriller.
Yeah, he turns into a werewolf.
Or whatever. Yeah, he turns into something.
Eric, would you play a werewolf?
No.
Well, how many roles do you think there are?
You just want to be.
You?
You just want to be a leading man with the love interest.
Yeah, he wants all the George Clooney parts.
Is that what you're looking for, Eric? The George Clooney part?
Ocean's 14.
Holy fuck.
If Katy Perry wrote his song, I Kissed a Midget and I Liked It, would you play it in the video? All right, look, guys, I got to go. Johnny, I love you. Eric, I love you. You know, you're great fun.
And
Eric,
if anybody out in Hollywood has a nice role for Eric, let us know.
where he doesn't play anything satanic. Right. You know, he won't be a Nazi. He won't be a vampire.
If anybody's doing a remake of Little Bo Peep or any of that kind of shit, call us.
Eric, would you ever play an alcoholic?
No.
Oh, my God.
What actor in Hollywood hasn't played an alcoholic?
Would you play Casey Anthony in a movie?
He'd have to be Kaylee.
Yeah, well. Would you play a shoplifter?
No.
No.
Why not? A shoplifter. I do that now.
Well, what are you going to play, Eric?
All right, listen. I got to go. I got to go, guys. This is too funny, but I got to go.
Will you let me answer Robin's question?
Yes.
what I would play is the show in plain sight that I mentioned before. I would play someone that needs to go into a wet sack because he witnessed someone being murdered.
Oh, you want to be...
going to testify.
I see. He just wants to witness a crime.
All right, so you would go on Mary McCormick's show in plain sight and play a guy who witnessed a crime. That's it.
Right.
All right.
And
well, that's normal.
Her team has to, protect me and make sure that I'm able to testify.
We get it. We get it.
But what if, because of the stress of witnessing a crime, you become an alcoholic and worship the devil? Will you play that?
No.
It's a part. It's a fucking part.
Would you play someone, Eric, who had a debilitating accident, who started taking painkillers and became addicted?
No.
No. Well, why not?
Would you play Mary McCormick's talking baby? All right, Eric, I got to go. I'll look forward to you calling in or not.
I am going to negotiate this, and we're going to get it down.
Okay.
Good luck, because there's a lot of room
All right, yeah.
that you got to cover.
Let us know how it turns out, Johnny. Good luck. Eric, good luck. Thank you.
Gary, you've been anti-Eric the Midget for a long time now.
I'm not anti-Eric the Midget. I'm anti the way Eric the Midget deals with us, which is a big difference. I don't inherently hate little people, but I probably have a bigger issue with angry, rude people. But okay, yes. So
he's an ingrate in your eyes, and today proved that more than anything.
I thought so. I mean, I was telling the news, I read up the list for Howard every morning. So on the list this morning, in deference to Eric, I wrote Eric the actor and Johnny Fratto at 7 a.m. phone. Or Eric the actor. But really, like after hearing him this morning, like fuck him. I swear to God, he's like everything on his list would make him not interesting to our show, but he doesn't get that, which makes him interesting because he doesn't get that. So it really is a catch-22.
That leads me to my next question. How much of that list do you think was Eric, and how much do you think was a contrived Johnny Fratto type of stunt?
I think it was all Eric.
Really?
I really do. I think it's all Eric. I think that he thinks he deserves everything. He's got a huge sense of entitlement that has nothing to do with being a little person or anything else. He's got a huge sense of entitlement. I mean, tickets to like one baseball game is enough. He wants season tickets to the Raiders, the San Francisco Giants, and the Oakland and the Oakland A's, as well as World Series tickets should any team get in there. Like, I don't have access to that shit.
Oh, don't forget about the WWE.
Oh yeah, that also. But that's not a sport. That's a whole other thing.
Right.
But you can't address him that way. We have to make if the audience does, we have to put money in a fucking jar. Did you hear that part?
Right. I've read the demand events. They're terrible.
Yeah.
But we'll never meet them. The show will never.
Let me tell you something. Dealing with Lady Gaga was 1,000 times easier. In fact, it wasn't really that hard at all. Once I booked her on the show, getting her in here was super easy.
So is this officially the end of Eric the Midget's tenure on the show? I mean, we'll never meet these demandments.
It's up to Eric the Midget. He's got to go back and refine his demands. I remember one time dealing with somebody who was in a lawsuit, and the lawsuit started at $3 million was the demand. And it was a frivolous lawsuit, and so his lawyers were all about it, and then it became a $1.5 million lawsuit. Then it became, we're willing to settle for $1 million. Then it became, we're willing to settle for $500,000. Then it became, we're willing to settle for legal fees. And I remember the last thing they came was the lawyer said, just give us $500. Like that's it. Like if Eric came back with give me a Hershey bar, I'd have to think about it.
Like Howard said, I'll give you a sandwich.
Exactly.
Will.
Yes.
You've dealt with Eric. Aside from Gary, you've dealt with Eric probably more than anyone behind the scenes.
That's true.
Is this finally the untimely end of Eric the Midget's tenure on the show?
No, it will not end. And today was like a home run call. The negotiation went horrible, and it was just one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time on the show. So I was happy to have him back. Maybe it's just you need him in some distance between appearances, because today he was great. He was as delusional as ever. So
with these demandments, how much of that do you think was organic to Eric And how much of that do you think was sort of a Johnny Fratto production?
No, I think this is Eric's legit demands. I've bought into Johnny Fratto now. I like Johnny. He was funny today with Eric, and I think that he just tells Eric, hey, put it out there, whatever you're looking for to get back on the show, and Eric just runs with it because, I don't know if Johnny's even capable of coming up with half the horse shit that was on that list.
It was beyond bizarre.
Bizarre, yes. That's a good, like I said, just completely delusional. He doesn't live in the world the rest of us do. So, and then when Howard went down the list of things that, acting gigs he would refuse to take, including being a Nazi, I think being a thief, being a drug addict. So he's very selective. He's got a very short list, just like his legs. Tiny. Miniature. Little tiny one.
So we'll see him again. This is cyclical.
He'll be back. The midget will return.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about my wedding, about Sal's best man speech, and about a lot of stuff with my wedding, just how fun it was, and Sal doing my makeup and things like that. And we talked about Pink Tie Guy, also known as Jared Fox, also known as Mr. Perfect Abs, Mr. Hot Ass, Mr. Handsome, Mr. Gorgeous. He has many nicknames, and that irked JD really good when all the single girls at my wedding were asking about Pink Tie Guy. So check it out.
We're now joined by the newly married Richard Christie.
I'm off the market.
The betrothed.
Yep, that's me.
Now, what did you think of today's wedding discussion? Did it go the way you expected?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, the important thing to me is that everybody was there, had a blast. We got so many nice emails and calls from people afterwards saying it was like the funnest wedding ever, and just that our family and friends came to celebrate with us. That was really, really important to us, and we loved that everybody had a great time. And like for you, I wanted to make sure the food was really good, and I think you liked the food.
That chicken was so good.
What kind of chicken?
Fried chicken.
Hey, can I ask a question? Because somebody sent out a bunch of notes, and I got notes from like 5 different people, but one thing they all touched on, they said that where you had the wedding was like sort of a little bit of a walk down on the pier, and that on the way into the wedding there was a rave.
Oh, it was nuts.
And that if you walked through the rave, people started yelling, who's the guy in the suit? And I heard there were almost fistfights.
And we just happened to pick a day where it was a rave that involved everyone having free squirt guns, and like I got soaked. People just saw anybody that was dressed up and they'd squirt us with squirt guns, and we had no idea this was going to go on the same day. But once it was like going through a gauntlet, and once you got through that gauntlet, you were fine.
But I heard some people almost got in fistfights.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But and we felt bad because we had no idea this was going to go on the same day. But that was the one bad thing about it. But yeah, it was at South Street Seaport at a restaurant called the Sequoia, and Kristen and I we've been going there since we started dating. So
it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, we love that area. And
so what made you decide? So the Asian guy that Howard kept making fun of was the guy that owns the restaurant or runs the restaurant?
No, he owns a restaurant in Queens, in Long Island City, where we live.
And so you just go there a lot and you see him a lot, and that's how you chose him?
Yeah, and we got engaged at his restaurant. And Mr. She is his name. He's Reverend She now.
I've thought for weeks, like Richard's been talking about, I thought he was hiring, I thought it was a she-male, and that was like his character name was the Mr. She.
No, it's S-H-I.
At first, I wasn't sure if he was putting on an act because this wasn't your typical wedding. It was a lot of fun, and you guys really had a good time with it, and everybody who came, I think, also had a good time. But it seemed, it was joking, even though it was a solemn thing. There was joking all throughout, and you really took a lighthearted approach to the wedding.
Yeah, and that's what we wanted. We wanted it to be fun, and my wife and I are not religious people, and we didn't want it to be a religious thing. And Mr. She is very close to us. He babysat Ernie, our beta, whenever we'd go on vacation.
There you go.
And he's just like a really great friend, and we knew he's a very funny guy and very jovial, and whenever he's one of those guys that owns a restaurant that everybody knows that he's the owner because he goes around and hangs out with everybody, and we just love him, and we knew he would do a great job.
I thought everybody also was relatively well behaved considering how these things have gone otherwise. And I think it's because you two were the guys, and you couldn't really go crazy because it was your wedding, and Sal, you were the best man, and you were sort of organizing stuff and keeping it all together.
And I think Ronnie wanted to scare us. He kept saying, "Oh, wait till you hear my speech," and he was building it all up, and then he ended up being Ronald that night, and he was very well behaved.
Now, speaking of speeches, Sal, you took a couple hits for a couple comments that you made. Fair, or did the people who you hit sort of know you were going to make those comments about them?
What, Jason Kaplan's weight?
Well, besides Jason.
Yeah, that's the only person I hit.
But you said something. I heard you use some foul language a bunch when you got to make a speech.
When the maid of honor gave you the mic, you said,
"What a nice piece of ass."
Right? Do you think that's appropriate for a stranger?
I think it's a compliment. I think it's something that I think she was pleased by it. I could have said, "What an ugly cow." I didn't say that. I said something very nice.
How about you don't say anything?
How about I give my speech the way I want to give it? It's my fucking speech.
What a beautiful lady.
And let me tell you.
I like that he says it's a compliment, but if you say it to somebody at work, you're going to get in big trouble.
It's an HR violation.
We're not at work. We're not at a wedding. Give a good wedding speech. You know what? It was just a spontaneous thing. I didn't have that particularly planned, but I was hanging out with her in the back. We were drinking. We were talking about Philadelphia and how much we loved it. And then she gave a speech, and I just got a good look at her, and it just hit me. And boom, what a hot piece of ass.
Now, when you do something like that, you go back to your table. Does your wife go, "Why do you have to do that?" Or you're a jerk?
In this case, she disappeared for about 45 minutes.
Sorry about that.
And I didn't know where. I thought she really left, and I said to myself, did I really cross the line this time? And I don't think I did, because everybody was coming up to me saying it was a great speech.
It was.
And thank you. And I was running around looking for her, and I finally found her out on the deck. But I go, "Where the fuck were you? Are you pissed off?" She goes, No. She goes, "I'm just having fun, just like you are."
Right, having fun by not being with you.
Exactly.
What did you think was what did you think would be questionable there, other than
the
that?
hot piece of ass line, maybe? And I did run the speech by my wife, and she's like, "You know what? It's a little crude in areas." I go, "But it's not." I go, "I'm not doing anything really over the top. I think it's appropriate. It addresses all of Richard's quirkiness and the fact that I love him and what a great guy he is."
What about referring to Richard's mother as the lady with the golden vagina?
At that well, that was taken out of context.
Well, she is a redhead, so
how so?
Yeah.
What's a good context?
Okay,
of that?
I'll tell you. We were in the back. The Christies showed up, and like Richard said, I've been with the Christies before. We get along fine, and you have to know your comfort zones with people. You have to know what the lines are. And we were drinking. We were having a lot of fun, and I was saying to her, you're the woman with the golden vagina, and it just spontaneously turned into a funny conversation. And I read her well. She was laughing. Mr. Christie, Thomas, was dying laughing. And Richard was in the room as well. Richard did say at one point, "Mom, you don't have to put up with that." And I said, "Well, if I'm crossing the line, I'm sorry." She's like, No. What you're saying is fine. But, I didn't think it was that bad. It was a compliment to her vagina and to Richard Christie that she created him. And that's an amazing thing.
I don't want to get too deep into your psychological.
It was a compliment to her vagina? That's what you're saying?
Well, I didn't say smelly vagina, fat vagina. I could say that about other women. I said she has a golden vagina. She made the great Richard Christie. The whole Christie clan is golden to me.
I don't want to get too deep into your mind.
And I had a few in me, and I was being loose and fun. What do you want me to be, a dud? Do you want me some shitbag who sits in the corner, just stirs his coffee all night that nobody gives a fuck about, like Scott Salem? You just stare at him, and you want to blow your brains out? You're having a little fun. That's all. Nobody got hurt. There were a couple of chuckles passed, a couple of beers that were drank, and everything was fine. Take it easy.
Were you offended at all that he said that about your parents?
Nah. It was fine. They knew it. My parents are cool. They raised me on movies like Party Animal and Revenge of the Nerds, and they got a great sense of humor. So
and that's actually her nickname in Kansas is Golden Vagina.
I wouldn't have said it to Richard's fiance's parents because I don't know them that well. But I was just.
But you said something earlier. I don't want to probe too deep into your mind, but you said you know where the lines are, right? But why do you always seem to feel that you have to push the line?
I didn't push the line.
Well, sure you did. You said I knew where the line was, and then I pushed it a little.
I walked the tightrope.
But why do you feel the need to walk the tightrope? Do you ever feel?
I don't.
You do, though.
I do now because of you guys. You guys have implemented this paranoia into my fucking skull that every time I open my mouth.
We're the first person. We're the first people who ever told you you're inappropriate in a public setting.
The first people that I listened to.
Your wife's never told you that.
Yeah, of course she has.
Yeah, but I want to go back.
I was convinced that my wife is just, she's just an uptight woman who doesn't get it. But now you guys are saying it. So I walked the tightrope and I put my arm around Mrs. Christie and we were having some laughs and I complimented Richard.
Chris in L.A., welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Hey, I was just asking if Richard, now that he's married, if all the gay stuff between him and Sal is going to stop or if it's going to continue.
No, I think there was plenty of gay stuff at the wedding between me and Sal.
Like what?
We were just messing around. I think we kissed each other and stuff.
No, we
didn't. When we were
didn't.
posing for pictures and stuff, we were being a little goofy.
Howard, we do. Howard wasn't as interested in this as I was, but I couldn't. What on earth was he doing? He was doing your makeup. What were you doing? What were you putting on your face?
I have the opposite of what Sal has. Like Sal has the raccoon eyes. I have real white eyes in photographs. So Sal he was a great best man, and he got me some makeup to cover up the white around my eyes.
Well, in all honesty, a while ago when we did one of those B movies, a lady suggested with Richard with his pictures that she put some cover up on him. So I took the cover up from the lady and I said, look, on your wedding day, if you want, so you don't have those white eyes in your pictures, I'd be happy to do it. And that's how it happened.
That might be the gayest act you guys ever did.
But you know what? it looked great, and Richard came out great in the pictures. And she said, a lot of people say that apparently a lot of men do put on makeup for wedding pictures. I've never personally heard of that.
Yeah, with that new law in New York, of course they do.
The funniest part for me was watching that. I realized that Richard wears a wife beater T-shirt.
Yeah, well, I do because I sweat a lot, so I had to wear it under my tux so I wouldn't get all sweaty and soak through it. Because it was a rented tux, I didn't want it to get all sweaty and gross.
Jody in Jersey, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, I was looking at the pictures of the Christie wedding online, and I noticed JD and High Pitch Mike slow dancing. So did JD get lucky?
With high-pitched Mike?
Yeah.
I don't know. JD can come down and answer that question, but you couldn't miss Mike because of his shirt that he was wearing.
The orange one.
Oh, he wore that for me. It was orange, like a Halloween-type shirt. And Mike caught the bouquet, so maybe we'll hear wedding bells soon for Mike. And can I tell you guys another funny little note about the wedding, too? So, like, all of my wife's single friends that were there, they were all asking about one guy, and the nickname for the guy was Pink Tie Guy. They kept saying, "Who's Pink Tie Guy?" He was the talk of the wedding.
Who is
with all the single girls?
I think I know who it is.
And you could probably guess who Pink Tie Guy was, but then JD was asking about
Balinson? Richie Balinson?
No, it wasn't Richie.
Who was it?
It was Jared Fox, of course. And JD heard this, and he texted my wife. He says, "I hate all your friends now," because JD wanted to know who, like, a lot of her friends were.
You were upset by Pink Tie Guy, we hear?
Huh? Well, when, we're sitting there, in the office, and all of a sudden Richard comes around and goes, "Hey," to Jared, "Hey, were you wearing a pink tie?" He goes, "Yes." She goes, all of Kristen's friends want to know who was Pink Tie Guy. It was a little, I didn't hear that.
And right away, JD goes, "Fuck you, Jared." Like, right to his face.
Are you surprised?
I told him to fuck off. I said, get the hell out with that.
But are you surprised? I mean, we all have
No,
mirrors.
I'm not
These are coming
surprised.
together.
I don't need it in my face either.
Pink tie guys are always going to be in your face.
Gare. I just don't need to hear it.
Are you saying that none of Kristen's friends were asking about Double Chin Guy?
Oh, you're so funny, Will.
DCG.
Why were you dancing with high-pitched Mike?
The
caller wanted to know.
I thought it was fun. It'd be funny.
It was cute. We looked over and we were dancing next to him. It was sweet.
He thought Mike was a cheese doodle. He was going to eat him. An orange outfit.
Both of you can go fuck yourselves, all right?
Did you have a good time at the wedding?
Yeah, it was all right. No, I'm just having not
when he
such a
says
good time here.
When he says all right, it means he had a blast, because he usually doesn't have any kind of good time.
Would you describe it as a typical wedding, or was there something unique about this?
I don't know. It was.
How many weddings have you been to besides Howard and Richard's and Jason's?
I've been to Will's. I've been to Jason's, and that's about it, really.
How did JD look in his new suit? I didn't get a chance to see.
He got all decked out. I think you tweeted a picture of you in the new suit. Did you not?
Sharp.
I did. I thought so. People said it was too big, but
So were you talking to anybody that night? Did you get any numbers?
No.
Do you go to an event like that going, okay, it's my friend's wedding, but she's young, the bride's young, there should be a lot of hot single chicks there. Do you go there with hope?
Do I go there with hope?
Yeah.
Sure, I go there with hope, but
at what point does it just go away?
As soon as I walk into the room.
I thought you were going to say when Pink Tie Guy walks into the room.
Yeah, of course.
Are you hopeful enough? Like, do you clean your apartment before you go,
or bring condoms?
I don't think I have any condoms. No.
Did you have to walk through the rave like some people?
Yes, I did.
And how would you describe that?
I described that as the biggest pig fuck I've ever had to walk through.
That was your kind of music, though.
Yeah, well, it's I don't want to be listening to it and having to fight through a crowd when I'm trying to get to a wedding and sweating my ass off and my dress shoes are digging into the back of my heels and I'm almost having to stop Pan DePace from getting into a fight with someone. So
Yeah, that's I heard DePace almost got into a fight.
yeah, some fucking chick was like dancing and it's just a whole mess.
Yeah, Pam was upset.
Yes.
But we all had a good time at the wedding.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, our fearless leader, Tim Sabian, came in. He was involved in a little bit of controversy. First, he yelled out something inappropriate at Richard's wedding, so we talked about that for a while. But then the big thing was he had played a practical joke on Ross, who works with us, took a picture of his bald spot without Ross knowing about it, posted it to everybody on the web so that we could all see it. And Ross and Tim sort of confronted each other for the first time on the wrap-up show, and it was pretty real, a lot of fireworks. Here's what happened.
Who's more wild these days, Tim or Ronnie?
Well, that's become the discussion. Tim is he's full of like this kinetic energy. He's really like he just seems to be full of energy. He's always doing stuff. I had a weird morning because that thing happened with Ross at the meeting yesterday where he took a picture of Ross at our meeting of Ross's bald spot. So we did a whole thing on the air this morning. Then Ross walks in and everybody's like, "What'd you think? What'd you think?" And Ross hadn't heard it, didn't know what it was about.
Oh, really?
No. And he's like, "I'm looking on Ross is looking on his Twitter page and people are saying, you better listen to the show." So Ross walked into my office and he said, "What happened?" And I explained it, but very matter-of-factly. And while I was explaining it, Tim walked in and they had like sort of a weird confrontation. Like Ross is like, "What are you doing, man? We're at work." Because if we're out drinking, it's one thing, but what are you doing? What's going on with you? And Tim was like, "I'm sorry, I was wrong. Come on, get over it. Ross was like, no, I'm not getting over it. It was very awkward."
Yeah, Howard alluded to the fact that Ross would be upset with this, but I didn't know that he took the picture or anything.
And then Ross said to me, "Why didn't you tell me he took the picture?" And like Jason and I were looking, and first of all, Tim was fumbling a little bit, so we weren't sure what was going on. And then afterwards, he sort of held it up like he took it. I thought Ross was going to see it, and he didn't. And I just didn't give it much thought because A, I wanted to get out of the meeting and leave, and B, I thought that's where it would end. Nobody was more surprised than me when it ended up on Lotus Notes last night, sent out to everybody in the group.
Well, Tim's defense was he's just, breaking balls like anybody else around here does.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how to,
Ronnie?
I wouldn't go down that road.
I agree. I mean, we could all do that all day long.
I mean, I know Ross for years, but I don't know him as well as Gary. But I know well enough what irks him. And I know that would really, really irk him.
Yeah,
it's a sensitive thing for him. I know.
I talked about it once on the air, and I felt terrible about it. I talked to Howard. Ross let me stay at his apartment, and I saw some stuff I probably wasn't supposed to see, and I talked to Howard about it during the break, and Howard brought it up on the air, and it was
What
really...
do you mean, like a toupee or something?
No. And I felt like shit. Like, I went to Ross, and I go, here you are, do me a favor, let me crash at your place, and I was wrong. And again, I didn't talk about it on the air. Howard brought it up on the air, but it was bad. So I understand it's a sensitive point, but Ross's bigger issue is whether it's sensitive or not, like, we're at work.
Yeah, this is during a meeting.
Right, this is during a meeting, and Ross had no idea what was going on, so I think he was pretty upset about it.
Now, Tim, we all know, and I see him walking down the hall now, he's a fun-loving guy. He always has been. He'll always give you a hug. He's got great energy and emotion, and he cares more probably than anybody else about this show. But it seems like lately...
What's wrong with you?
Tim, I mean... we talked about this a little bit, and you're telling me you're just having fun like everybody else, correct? Do you feel unfairly accused here of going too far?
Well, I just think, first of all, my management style is to have fun with people and make people feel comfortable. We work in a very creative environment, and if you run it like an insurance company, I think it suppresses creativity. And you got to have fun with people and interact with people. And yeah, we do the business. The business is always the backbone of everything we do. And we run it, it's very passionately and seriously. But you got to have some levity and some fun around here because it does. It promotes camaraderie, promotes creativity, and it just makes it a more enjoyable place to work.
Now, what about at the wedding? I mean...
Oh, the wedding! No.
Hey, fuck you, Tim.
Everybody was having fun. I thought it was a very loose kind of environment, and everybody was kind of joking around. I mean, you see Richard Fish sitting on a chair, in the wedding, and it was a loose environment. It was a really nice time and really a lovely evening, and everybody was having some fun. So it was no more than that.
You had a good time, right?
Yeah, it was very nice. Very, very nice.
And so, Ronnie, is this just a case of you guys just having a good time and Howard picking up on from notes that somebody sent him and trying to make something of it? Or do you think that Howard's got legitimate reason to be concerned here?
Well, in my case, I was, like I said, I was sitting there, had no clue that Tim was there. Everybody was sitting for the wedding already. Tim came in late, obviously. I didn't know he was there, and then all of a sudden I just heard this yell out. And I heard the voice. I knew it was him, so I knew he was there. And I just said, "Shut up, asshole." I didn't do it to interrupt the wedding because the wedding hadn't started yet.
Well, I think Howard's point was that's not the appropriate place to do that, period, regardless of when it starts or anything like that.
Understood. But it's Richard's wedding. I mean,
yeah,
everybody was having a good time. Everybody was joking around. We were joking around about the fish. We were laughing about that. We were looking at this one, laughing at that one. I mean, I didn't mean any harm by it. And I don't think Tim did either. But,
Well, in defense of you guys, it definitely was not your typical wedding environment.
Right.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff flying around like that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
I mean, Richard coming with a suitcase of beer, getting makeup put on. I mean, that's a normal wedding.
Hey, when I saw the goldfish on the chair,
yeah, I mean,
all bets were off.
Yeah, that's what we were joking about. That the thing was sitting behind me with some guy, some friend of his, brought the thing in a bowl.
I've never seen a beta fish with a tux,
and it's sitting there.
Now, Gary, is Howard concerned about Tim?
I think a little bit. You seem full of energy lately.
Because I've had a lot of rest, and I'm finally starting to get to a place of happiness and enjoying life again. And, I have a great enthusiasm for my job, a great enthusiasm for what I do, and for the people that I work with. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
Now, do you feel bad about taking that picture of Ross and sending it out?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because Ross is a very dear friend of mine.
Now you're full of shit.
No, come on. No, Ross. No, Ross and I are very dear friends. Insurance? What's that?
You make no sense.
What are you talking about?
You want to make people feel comfortable?
Exactly.
How does that make people feel comfortable? We're in a meeting. I said this to Gary earlier. If we're in a bar, we're all drinking, and I'm in on the joke, funny.
All right,
but
I'm sorry, Ross.
Meeting.
Ross, I officially, in front of the world to see, I officially
apologize. But I don't think you'll change. Maybe this will be the intervention you need. I love you, but you've gone off the track recently, and I don't know how to get you back. I'm being honest. I'm giving you tough love.
No.
Yes,
Ross,
I'm serious.
Really? Ross, really? Do you want to go there?
No, but you went there already.
Ross, don't go there.
But you went there.
Don't go there.
Don't do it again, Tim.
Easy. I apologize to you, okay?
Okay.
Go where?
I won't go there. I won't go there.
I don't know where we're going, but
exactly.
This came. We found out just now, Ross. Gary said this came as a total surprise to you this morning. What, did people email you and tweet you and say, "Hey, you better listen because something's going on the show"?
I don't know, 7 something, and I'd just go to my Twitter feed and it's just like mentions and it says there's all these different comments, and I'm like, what the hell going on? And then I think someone tweeted out from the Stern Show saying that with Tim and Howard was giving him some crap and Zapin in the photo, so I didn't know.
But you didn't know what the photo was?
No idea. And then I figured I'd listen to the replay when I came in, but as soon as I walked in, Doug's shaking his head. I go, what happened?
Well, Doug comes to me and he goes, I better warn you.
Hey, it was funny. It was funny.
What's funny about it?
It was funny.
It's funny when you're in on the joke.
It's funny. Sorry, Ross. I'm sorry. I apologize to you in front of the world.
Tim, I love you. But you're
love
saying
you too.
You're apologizing for something, you feel bad, but then you're saying it's funny. And I'm telling you, it's not funny.
Okay, it wasn't
but you
funny.
keep going back there.
It wasn't funny. It's over with. All right? Let's move on.
I hope you can move on.
I did.
And not do it again.
I did. I moved on.
Well, it wouldn't be funny if you did it again.
Gary, how tough is it to sort of...
Well, maybe it would.
Respect that line between, hey, we're having a good time, and yeah, we're at a meeting, but I'm joking. Like Tim says, he wants a fun-loving environment, but then you've got situations where people can be hurt by what you're doing.
Well, we should
sound like fun.
We should start off by saying that these meetings, when they first started, when we first got here, there was another sales guy that worked here named Sam, and Sam was sort of a fun-loving guy too. And Sam and Ross used to tweak each other. Mostly Sam would tweak Ross, and they would get into these arguments. And it became a big thing. Like, guys, we're here for a meeting.
It was like World War III every meeting.
Let's cut the shit. So the meetings have sort of become like it's let's just do our business. So I was a little surprised that this showed up in the middle of the meeting.
What Tim did was a sucker punch. It's like one thing if you and I were just horsing around or whatever you're talking about before, like a great fun environment, and then you do something. But I'm actually sitting there on the couch discussing the ad sales stuff.
We were done.
We weren't done.
Yes, we were. We were finished. We were getting up and walking out. I swear, and I thought it was a great picture. You're nice and tan. I did.
See, you're going there again.
So no,
you just
all right, I'm
slip
done.
back
I got to
in
go
there.
back to work.
No,
I gotta
stay
go
it.
back.
Take it like a man.
No, I apologized. I did
But
take
you
it like a man.
apologize, and then the
I
other side of
apologized
you is going,
man-to-man to you.
funny, great picture.
All right, I won't. You know what? I'm not going to
Why don't
smile
you put
anymore.
don't
I'm going
bring
to
the
walk
phone
around
to the meeting
depressed.
anymore.
Is everybody happy now? I'm depressed.
The lights
all right?
went out. Look
All
what
right,
you did. You just blew the lights out.
I'm going back to work. I got a job to do.
But Tim, as you're leaving,
What, you
I
take
think
up photography now?
I think that what Ross. If I just say, I think what Ross's issue
I had to
is.
Photoshop some more hair on Ross.
I think what Ross's issue is with that. We're not
See,
trying to-
you see that?
What did he say?
He doesn't.
I mean, I can go to so many places with him, but I haven't gone there.
Exactly.
Hey, everybody can go to a lot of places around here.
That's
We don't.
right.
I apologize to Ross profusely.
But I think what Ross is saying, Tim, is that you're apologizing, but then you're making light of it as if you're not really sorry, like saying your finger accidentally hit the camera.
What am I going to do? What do you want? Blood?
No, I want you
Oh,
to...
no. Ronnie breaks the goddamn mic. Great. That's coming out of your check.
Is this a situation?
Okay, Mr. Geico.
Is this a situation where, like, Tim's not realizing how sensitive Ross is to this particular thing?
Oh,
it's
when Ross calls me fat. I'm not sensitive
Oh, yeah.
about that.
Yeah, you missed that in the office when they were talking.
Yeah.
He goes, "How about if I take some pictures of you in your fat suit?"
Yeah, exactly. So, but that's.
But I
okay.
did it to your face.
I don't say that.
I'm not on the air.
I did it to your face.
No, you do it all the time. I'm fat. I just roll it, let it roll off,
right,
whatever.
I do it all the
You know,
time.
25 pounds. I'm fat. Okay.
Tony in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, fuck Ross. He's a hypocrite.
Why?
Well, a few weeks ago or a month ago or whatever, he said something shitty about somebody. He laughed it off like it was no big fucking deal. But he can't take it. Fuck that guy. He's a hypocrite.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide who to side with, the fat guy
I
or
don't
the
remember
balding
Ross
guy.
being on the Rapid Show a month ago.
Yeah, but I think Tony, if I can make a point, there's a difference between you said this, I said that, whereas you took a picture of me when I wasn't looking in an embarrassing position and sent it out to all my colleagues. I could understand why he could be a little upset. Tim.
Mark in Buffalo, what do you think about this?
All right, and thanks for 6 years of the best radio ever. Tim's right to apologize, but I feel like we've gotten into the Ross bad breath conversation from a couple years ago. Ross, he's not creating. Listen, I'm just saying he's not creating you being bald. He's not altering the image. I mean, it's wrong of him to do it, and he's owning it. But I mean, it's nothing wrong with losing a little bit of hair, man. You're a man.
That's not the point.
Right, but that's where you're going with it.
Exactly, Tim, didn't you?
What I said.
You're agreeing with the guy.
No, I said
Yeah, but Ross isn't bald.
too many U-turns.
He has a
under the-
bald.
It's not the point. Well, it is the point, but the point being, it's like, Tim, we're in a meeting. It's like it's a professional atmosphere,
meeting,
and you just
the meeting
totally.
was over. It was over.
All right, I'm over with this.
Well, Tim's got to own it either way.
But Ross, would you mind if it happened like outside? I mean, it's up to you. but I
That
don't
was
know.
my point. The point is, if he's saying it was funny, we're trying to have a great environment, or I was included in the joke when you emailed it out and go, haha, look what you got here. But obviously, he didn't send it to me. He sent it to everybody else to make a joke about
It
it.
created almost 45 minutes of content.
Great. And everybody's bored by it. So let's just move on.
Let's move on. Exactly.
All right, let's take one last call. Matt in Virginia, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just
Matt,
wanted to
Louisiana.
get in. I just wanted to get in here and say, hey, Tim, obviously we want to hear you go there because I don't think you have anywhere to go. Why don't you just blow it up?
Exactly.
Where are you going, Tim?
Exactly, Matt.
All right, thanks there, Matt.
Matt, thank you for the words of encouragement.
All right, so you two gonna get along, or is this gonna linger here?
Ross and I are tied by the.
You seem over it, Tim, but I don't think Ross.
I don't
is
see.
over it.
I don't think Ross is over it. I can see Ross.
You know what?
Man.
I'll get over it because I have to
love
want
each
to work with him. But there's a part of me that there's a disconnect with him that he hasn't. He's apologizing to my face, but deep down, I don't think he realizes it was wrong.
Ross,
and I don't think he learned
Ross,
from his
look at me.
mistakes.
Look at me, Ross. Look at me. Look at me,
Tim.
Ross, look at me. Look at me, Ross. Look at me in the eyes. I love you. Ross, look at me.
You love me when you sent the
No.
picture. You love me after you sent the picture. So I don't think there's any difference. I
Ross,
think
look at
I don't think you did it maliciously. I think that there's a disconnect that you don't realize what's right and what's wrong with this. And I still don't think you do. I think you're
do.
upset that I'm
totally-
bothered by it, but I don't think you know the difference.
No, I'm sorry that I upset you.
Okay.
All right. And
All
I
right.
love you.
Well, let's just move on.
And we'll move on.
Okay.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, I sure walked into it. Ross Zapin was on for day 2 of screaming about Tim and the bald picture and sending it out on email. And then I got thrown into it because Ross wasn't happy with a tweet I sent out saying that I thought Tim was funny on the wrap-up show. So we got into it. He called me unprofessional. I called him unprofessional. And it went rapidly downhill from there. So if you'd like to see 2 grown men argue and one grown man's face turn so red you think he's going to cry, check it out.
I asked you to come down because you're angrier today than you were yesterday.
Yes.
Why? I mean, when we left here yesterday, you guys sort of had it out. It seemed like you kind of made up. And now Gary's saying you're more pissed off at Tim and you're pissed off at Jason.
So we'll deal with the Tim situation first. I mean, I was, you know what? It is a sensitive subject, and I would let it roll off my back. But the more and more he talks about this and we talk about it, he doesn't, it's like backhanded, I'm sorry. And then hearing today when he was in Gary's office and he goes, wah. You know what? At this point, if he really truly knew it bothered me and he wanted to move on, he would just said, I'm sorry, and that's it. And he's still making a joke of it. So I heard your point, like, does he know he's busting my balls? It's beyond that. And the other point that was brought up is that I'm in your circle or I circle your circle, but I'm not in that circle. And for him to, in terms of the jokes that go on, and for him to send out that email with the subject matter is bullshit and doesn't even include me in it. So and I don't dish it out. I don't go on Twitter
That's the thing I wanted to bring up. Ross is like, everyone's saying, well, Ross dishes it out. And he's saying, well, how do I?
How do I dish it out? Am I in your little Lotus Notes crew when something happens and I send a picture or I'm busting someone's balls or I don't write an email correctly or, I mean, I hear all the little shit that goes on, but I'm not a part of that world. So, Tim, you are. So that was where I was sucker punched. And for him to keep saying, I'm sorry, and there comes Jason, I'm glad, because he's next. I woke up this morning, I was, and then I'm getting all these messages from the Stern haters or the Zapin haters, and it's like, I don't need that.
Well, what do the hating messages say?
Yeah, what are the Zapin haters saying?
The Zapin haters are saying,
how do they
shut
get to
up.
you?
On Twitter.
On Twitter.
Zapin Fan Network.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. They're talking about my wife's roles that they might have, enough of that and, shut up and deal with it.
But Tim said, and he said it here, he's like, you call me fat all the time. You think
don't
I
call
like
him
that?
In fact, I was walking to work today and I said to myself, when do I do that? I mean, yes, I took a shot at him in the office. I protect that guy. He's been through a bunch of stuff, and I've been there for him. And I've seen his weight fluctuate. I see people give him shit, and I'm around people go, oh, what I'm with Tim. I go, oh, he's working on it. And everybody gives him a shot about his green drinks and everything else. I think I've been a true friend to the guy.
All right, well, Tim's not down here to defend himself and his fat, but Jason is. So you should start on Jason and why you're upset with him.
Yeah, I don't need this to be an on-air situation, but I will. I thought, it's one thing if you're in charge of the Howard Twitter feed and whatever happens on the show, that's your responsibility.
Yes.
But when you went to your personal Twitter feed and wrote what you wrote yesterday, why?
Well, tell him what did he write?
Because it was ball busting. I fucking love ball busting. Had nothing to do with you
so
personally.
Do you want me to start ball busting you?
Yes, go crazy with the ball.
I don't want
Tim
to.
ball.
You know what? I
Hold
said
on.
this to Gary earlier. I care about the little people. I don't mean little people, but I know where I came from, and I
You
was
treat the
really a
little
friend of
people
yours
horrible.
and a friend of Will's, and I bust his balls about the Philadelphia Phillies. But when Yankee Stadium opened, I took you along for a tour. I've always helped you out with tickets.
I set up
you
that
wanted
tour.
some dressing advice, so you came to me and said, "Hey, look, I don't want to look like a
You're
schlump
making this
anymore."
shit up.
Hold on a second. Wait. What am I making up?
You're making it. First of all, I set up that tour. Greg Bonini, he wrote to both of us, and you
Okay,
didn't want to
you're
do
right.
it. All right, so fuck
Wait,
off.
hold on a
Second
second.
of all, first of all, let's explain what the tweet was. Yesterday, I'm listening to the wrap-up show in the back office, and Tim's leaving. And Power played the clip this morning. And as Tim was walking out, he shouts out that he's going to go Photoshop hair on Ross's picture.
Right.
Now, to me, that was just such a fucking classic moment. Like, here you are, two guys are arguing with each other. Tim's way off mic, and he just shouts that out, and I busted out laughing. And I've been putting ball busting notes up on Twitter all week. So I go, ball busted Tim Sabian. I put the quote up. I go, my new hero. That had nothing to do with Ross.
What do you mean it has nothing to do with me?
But it was just a joke with the ball busting.
Let's go back.
I put notes up about the wrap-up show almost every day on my personal feed.
Let's go back. But I cared about you as a friend.
What fashion advice
and I've helped you out.
Clearly great fashion advice.
No, clearly you just put on too many pounds so you can't fit into anything else.
Oh, Baldy, come on.
So I'm done. I'm going to be your coworker. We have to coexist.
Fine, Ross,
in this.
stop being my friend. See, this is what I'm talking about. Tim was wrong. But look how sensitive Ross is. I sent out a fucking tweet about the wrap-up show yesterday, and now this is a statement on our friendship, and he's not going to be my friend anymore, and he used to treat me good, but he won't treat me good. You are the most sensitive motherfucker on the planet.
Okay, so goodbye.
It's
a fact. You're right.
Right, you're out of my life.
But
right, is that what you want?
But you're
not
ignoring
friends?
the fact that what I said was I thought you were wrong.
Okay, and I disagree with you.
Okay. You're entitled to that.
Thank you. As so are you. Now, does this mean our friendship is over?
I don't think there is a friendship.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you see it that way.
You don't see it that way.
No.
You think everything is fine. You don't think the way you conduct yourself in the office that you think that you're a Gary Jr.
What?
You don't think that...
How about the way you conduct yourself in the office? How many times do I see you yelling at people, screaming at people, getting in fights with other salespeople in our meetings, getting in fights with Gary, slamming the door shut, going on Twitter, Howard won't let me in the bathroom. How fucking professional is that?
First of all, I didn't go on
You want to
Twitter.
talk about your conduct?
Hold on a second.
Right, you went to Howard's house and complained about it.
First off, I didn't go on Twitter about it. Second off,
When do you even have
can
Twitter?
I finish? You made a statement. I'm going to finish it. So when I raise my voice in a meeting with a salesperson, it's to discuss something. It's not yelling at them. It's about talking about what?
No, it's not. I've seen you get in fights
Do you know
with
what I do?
the sales guy, Sam.
Do you know what I do?
Do you know what I do?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, then I know what you do.
I know you produce the show. I know you work on the show. You work on the bits. I know everything you do, and you do a good job of it.
Thank you.
So I asked you, do you know what I do?
Yes.
What do I do?
You're the promotions guy. You're the.
But what do I do? That's my title. What do I do?
What do you do?
Yes.
You're the Well, you're saying that I do producing. I'm saying you do promotions. I mean, that's what you said. You produce stuff and you take pictures.
So my point is, what I'm saying to you is, you just accused me of yelling and screaming and doing things when I said to you, you're a Gary Jr. So
Okay, so we're both making accusations.
Why I act a certain way, and I don't yell and scream.
Yes, you do, and I don't see anyone else here yelling and screaming like you do. So if you're gonna call my professionalism into question, I will call yours.
Is Gary Jr. an insult or a compliment?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's a Gary Jr.?
Yeah, and I'll take Gary Jr. By the way, I don't know why people say, "Oh, you want to be Gary?" Of course, I want to be Gary. Gary's a successful radio producer for 25 years on the greatest radio show ever.
Gary's been doing this for 25 years,
maybe longer.
28.
I've been doing it for 10.
Okay, so when you get another 18 years under
how many
your
years
belt,
have you worked in radio?
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what I observed about you. Okay.
So you observe that I try and emulate my boss's
I feel
behavior.
that sometimes you flex a little more than you should for some of the power you have, and I don't think you've earned it yet.
And I think that you flex. And I think you flex way more than you should. You hold things over people's head all the time. You get into business that you shouldn't be in, and that you act like the whole world should just fall. Oh, you're gonna let me finish my statement?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what power you think I have or don't have. What power I have is up to Gary and Tim Saban.
I didn't say the power you had. I said the way you conduct yourself.
And the way you conduct yourself, I think, is very childish.
You understood
and
what
unprofessional.
I did. I understand what
I
you do.
understand.
No, you don't.
I don't care if you were the president of the United States. When you start calling people fat and ugly in meetings like you do to Sam Ben Ruby, you start screaming at Gary. There's doors being slammed. Oh, Gary, you're killing me. You're killing me. How many times does Gary have to tell you no to something before you'll get the fucking picture to stay out of his fucking office?
So now we're going to the way I asked to do things, and if I hear no,
yes, you're very unprofessional. No, you can fight for your cause. You go in there, you slam door, you're screaming on the top of your lungs. I mean, you want to talk professionalism? Let's talk professionalism.
Jason,
I don't think you're very professional.
I'd have a little more respect for this conversation if you knew what I did and knew what went on.
Okay, so
why
I'll tell you
the question was asked. If you're there for every step of the way and understand what the pressures or what the desires and what the needs are of why I'm bringing that subject matter to Gary,
yes,
I would have more respect for you to talk to me and say why I slammed or why I didn't want to hear no.
And if you knew everything I did and the pressures and the responsibilities that we have on the Stern angle of it. And then when you come in there like a mental patient and goes, "Oh, we need to mix in secret words.
Hold on a
we need
second.
to mix in secret words into the show for advertisers." And it's just like Gary says no to it. I don't know, every day for 4 years. I mean, when are you going to give it
now
up?
You're going way off the reservation. Now you're going to
what reservation?
But now you're bringing up.
I'm calling you
Hold
unprofessional.
on.
That's the reservation.
Hold on. No, now you're saying when I come into Gary with an ad sales, when a client wanted something.
Right. And you don't take no for an answer. And that's fine.
But
Maybe that's you doing
hold
your
on
job.
a second.
I don't think it's very professional. I don't see anyone else acting like that around here.
Are you making fun, or are you criticizing me for coming in and bringing up something that made no sense to you?
No, I'm criticizing you for not taking no for an answer and bringing it up every week for 3 years.
Okay, I don't know if you know Sales 101, but you don't take no for an answer.
Well, then you're demeanor
Let me ask you a
about it
question.
is
Let
very
me ask you a question.
unprofessional.
Do you book guests?
Yes.
Okay, when you want your big guest for Geek Time and someone says no to you the first time, do you ever ask again?
Well, I don't threaten them like you do.
Well, now I'm threatening people?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
How did I, Gary, do I threaten you?
I'm waiting to hear what he has to say next.
You bitch, Sam Van Ruby.
No, I'm waiting to hear what he says.
You coming off.
So wait,
they got so much money.
You have hold on a second,
Ross,
Jason. You have a wonderful way of deflecting. I asked you a question. Answer it.
Yes.
You accuse me of not taking no for an answer and keep coming back.
Right.
When you book a guest and you hear no, do you ask again?
Sometimes I don't. Depends what
But
the
you're
situation
accusing me
is.
of going to Gary and not
Let me
taking
explain
no
to you
for
what
an
I'm
answer.
accusing you
No,
of.
answer the question.
I'm going to answer the question. What I'm accusing you of, you accuse me of being unprofessional. I'm saying you're being unprofessional. Whether or not you're doing your job is one thing, and the way that you're doing it is an unprofessional manner. You yell and you scream and you act like a baby. You do it in meetings, you do it to people in the hall, and you do it in Gary's office. That is the end of my statement.
Wow.
I think Melissa's so fucking high.
Oh, yeah.
Gary, what's between these two is
it's been brewing for a while.
No,
well,
but it
forget
hasn't
that.
with me,
Forget that
I
it's
swear
been.
to
Forget
God.
that it's been
That's
brewing.
not true,
No, that's
Jason.
not true.
What? That's not really on.
Jason, I think there's a few people behind me who love to take the shot at the mic. And
Go ahead. Is anyone stopping them?
There's a lack of respect going both ways.
I think honestly, I have respect. I appreciate. I like the job he does, and I think he does a good job. I think he's
but you think he acts like more than he is.
Yes.
Well, coming from the most arrogant guy in the room, I will take that.
And what's your beef with Ross?
Someone just hit me on the back shoulder and just said Ross is mad at you on the wrap-up show for what you said yesterday.
No, but is it because he has a beef with you? Like, is this literally coming out of the blue?
I didn't know we had the beef. I like teasing Ross. I know Ross is a very sensitive person. I do think Ross has a lot of personality flaws. Like, he's very sensitive, and he has a big ego, and he thinks his shit doesn't stink, and he holds everything over everyone's head like he's the grand. Last time I get you Foo Fighters tickets, blah blah blah. Like he's like the Santa Claus of the office. And I think it's funny to poke holes in that persona, but I never had anything personal against Ross.
You just listed 5 things.
Well, listen, I have my own flaws too. I know them. Doesn't
What
mean I
are
don't
they?
like myself.
What are your flaws?
I'm loud.
Right.
I have a horrible nasally voice.
Right.
I can definitely say go too far with either making fun of people or saying things where I shouldn't say things. Yeah, I got flaws.
What about in the office? What about your
Well, all
professional
those things
life?
are things I do in the office. I'm loud in the office. I talk too much. I say things I probably shouldn't say sometimes. I mean, it happens. And I'm fat. I mean, I don't know. I got lots of flaws. You're very tan. I don't know how.
Yeah, man. How are you so tan?
Wow.
Are you hitting on the personal level or the professional level?
Professional. Listen, man, I love Ross. And I know he's very busy because every Thursday through Monday you can't find him because he's in the Bahamas or Miami or... Why is everyone laughing? Everyone's laughing off, Mike.
No, I'm laughing.
Jason, you know what? If you didn't work in this environment, I don't think you'd have a job.
Well, I don't think you would either.
I've done very well in my career.
Weren't you fired?
No.
From DreamWorks? They didn't lay you off?
No, they sold the company.
Oh, that's a layoff.
No, I'll come to his defense on this one. They wanted, out of the 300 people, they only wanted to keep 3 employees, and Ross was one of them.
Oh, what happened?
He didn't want to stay.
Oh, all right. So he quit.
And they
Why not
had
just say
to
that?
sell the company.
Exactly.
See, Jason knows, Ross, you're going down a bad angle because Jason knows
how to push my buttons.
How to push everyone's buttons.
It's
and the thing that
fine.
bugs me...
At the end
hold
of
on,
the day,
the thing that bugs
at
me
the
about
end of the
Jason,
day,
and he knows
Jason's
this,
going to rub 2 nickels together and have a dime.
If you say
So he's still here. He's still struggling. It'll be fine.
Struggling, yeah. Some struggle I'm going through. That's awesome.
I want to see where you are in 4 years. when the gravy train is over for you, Jace.
I want to see where your
I want
hairline
to
is.
see where you go. What was your? I'd love to
gravy
see.
train. Hey, dude, I'm here more than you, working harder than you are, bro.
What do you? I mean,
gravy train. You act like I just won the lottery or something. I got this. No, first of all, I got this job. No one handed it to me. Gary knows this. I got this job out of beating out a large field of candidates and showing what a good work I've done. I've been here for 10 years. Yeah, I sucked Gary's cock. It was fine.
No, we can even. Jason, listen, that part's unfair. I'm coming to both your defenses on different things. He earned the position and he's good at it. We don't carry anybody around this place.
Okay. And I work hard.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put anybody else on the spot. Is there any truth to what I said about Jason and his flaws in the office?
I think Jason. I think he should have admitted to them, though. I really do. I think what you said and what he said are the same thing. He can go over the line.
Yes.
He does puff out his chest. Listen, Jason knows that classic story about what I let him take over for me in Las Vegas for 15 minutes, and when I came back, they were going to hang him. So he knows he can be like that.
What I was going to say, but you didn't let me finish, was Jason knows how to get under your skin, but the thing that pisses me off about it, and he enjoys it.
Oh, yeah.
He gets off on it. And if you show him that side of you, he will attack because that's a part of his personality that I can't stand that he loves.
Especially a paper.
Wait. Have you ever been punched out?
Punch in the face? I don't think I've been punched in the face. I've gotten in a fight before. But especially a paper tiger like Ross is somebody who is great because he has such an inflated ego and an arrogance about himself that anytime you could just needle that a little, it's like the greatest thing in the world. That's why, even though Tim was in the wrong yesterday, it was great fucking radio because, oh no, it got under Ross's perfect fucking skin. And Tim is right. You are a ball buster. And Tim, I'm not defending what Tim did because I think that is wrong the way he took your picture in the meeting and just sent it out on an email without you knowing about it. But I mean, he did have a point at some point. Get over it, dude. I mean, really. Yeah, see, you're gonna be angry at Tim. You're taking the anger at Tim to me now because I put out one tweet yesterday saying I was enjoying the wrap-up show. What happened before the tweet?
I just told you.
Well, I missed it. Wait, you've been thinking this the whole time?
All your little bullshit. And
you
know
can't
what?
even keep an assistant, dude. This is what a horrible boss you are.
Wow.
People are just leaving you in droves. What are you on 2 assistants in 3 years now?
How fat are you?
285 pounds.
So every day I'm going to bring a scale next to you, and we're going to start weighing you every day, and you come to my office and do attendance because you're sure that I don't show up for work.
I never said you didn't show up for work.
You're more than welcome to come to my office every day to see if I'm there, and there's going to be a scale there, and we're going to have the Jason chart,
I ain't your boss.
and we're going to watch how
work.
fat you are every day. So you want to do that with me?
No.
You can take my attendance. You're sure I don't come? You're sure I'm not here Thursday through Monday?
No, Ross, I'm not your boss. I don't really care.
No, but you're acting like it. You're taking attendance for me.
You called me unprofessional, and we got in this long argument about who's the most unprofessional.
But you're making accusations that you can't back up.
Well, you're right here, so say it. Are you not in Miami every other weekend?
No, I'm not in Miami every other weekend.
Well, then there's your side of the story. Congratulations.
And we don't have to talk about my assistant, but she decided to leave, and it wasn't because she couldn't work with me. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Well, I don't listen. All I know is your assistant's leaving. Tim's got 2 assistants. They're multiplying. He can't get rid of them. They're flocking.
Tim has
I wish
really
I wasn't
thick
working
hair,
here with you. I really do. I really do.
Aw. Well, then quit, and then you could beat me up on the street if that's what you're looking
I'm
to do.
not beating you up.
Then what? If it's not about that?
You are a piece of work.
So are you. We're 2 pieces of work having a great conversation
honestly,
on the air.
I think that you'll learn.
No, okay, Ross.
Honestly,
okay.
It's fun for this environment.
But listen, in 4 years, I think, aren't you old enough to be retired? You won't know what's going on with me in 4 years. You're going to be on some beach somewhere.
All right. Hold that thought. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll try to resolve this. We'll try to talk about Dave Navarro. Try and let some tension out of the room. You're listening to the wrap-up show on Howard 100. Howard 100.
Wow. Seriously, come on. No, take a walk. I'm not going to touch you. Just come on, take a walk.
Wait, a guy who just called me an asshole for 8 years is telling me to take a walk with him in the air? Come on. Come here.
Come take a walk. You're a big guy behind the microphone. I'm not going to hit you. You're going to have Jim Trellis. Come take a walk.
I'm not afraid of you hitting me. I just don't want to have an argument with you off the air. We'll have the argument on here.
Raise my voice like I
Should the camera come?
Just take a walk with me.
No, I don't feel like I'm too fat to walk.
I promise you, I'm not going to yell and I'm not going to slam the door. Just take a walk with me. If you can sit there behind the microphone, you can give me the decency.
I'll come to your office after the break.
No, I'd like to talk to you right now. I have to interview someone that's been sitting there for 20 minutes because my assistant didn't want to work for me. So come over here, Mr. Big Shot. I'm serious. I'd like to talk to you.
I'll talk to you in your office after the show, or I'll talk to you on the air now. Because I'm in the middle of doing a radio show.
You're behind the microphone. You're Mr. Big Guy.
I said I'll come talk to you in your office after the show.
You're Mr. Big Guy?
I'll come talk to you in the office after the show.
Talk to me right now.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Why not?
Because you're not my boss and you can't order me around.
Talk behind a microphone. You can't talk to me. Please turn it off.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we were following up right at the end of Howard's show, where a guest who sat in met Howard and cried. And when she talked about the experience on our show, she cried again. And then we all ended up talking about the first time that we met Howard, what it's like, the presence that he has, and it's fascinating stuff.
I'm here, and I have to tell you why I'm late, because it could be funny to play this clip on the air tomorrow when they come in. The folks that were, they're just walking in now, the folks that were here that won the charity thing, the show ended, so I was taking pictures, and when the nice lady went to go stand next to Howard, she became very emotional, and she started to cry.
Really?
So we needed to get a moment for her to compose herself. I think she's about to cry now. Come on over for a second.
Right here.
You're not going to cry talking to us, trust me.
But can I just say, so the show ended and Howard said, would you like a picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you said, okay. And then when I went to take the picture, you started to get very emotional. What happened?
He was walking towards me, and it was in my mind's eye for all these years of listening to him. I don't want to be too dramatic, but I know I am being. But it was just kind of like a vision. But he was coming towards me. Here is someone who I've listened to, and it just really got to me. It really did, because I'm not only just taken with him, but I have tremendous respect for his talent and what he stands for, and
I could tell he was really touched by it too. So he's like I don't think Howard knew how to react, so we had to take a moment to get a little composed so we could get a decent picture, and so that's why I'm late.
Well, that's a great excuse for being late. But when you were in the studio, I mean, you were talking about a bunch of stuff. You seemed very comfortable, very at ease.
Oh yeah.
It was just when he came close to you. Is that what it was?
Yeah, absolutely. And saw his face really close up, and just his presence was. I felt it really strong inside, really, really strong. I mean, there's he really allows you to get that connection, not only on the radio, but boy, if you're ever in his presence for the first time, it has such an impact, and it did that to me.
Did today live up to your expectations?
Absolutely.
You okay?
Oh yeah, just kind of shaky.
Benji was there.
Oh yeah, what's your first name?
Marcy.
Marcy, hey. Yeah, she started crying.
Yeah,
It was pretty wild.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Marcy's going to be here for the wrap-up show.
And I always wonder, it's not an uncommon thing. People cry moments of joy, I guess it was.
Absolutely.
Like, what were you thinking? Like, what was going through your head?
That he's aside from my husband, he's really a handsome man, and he's got a lot of magnetism, and and aside from just the absolute talent that is Howard Stern, it just it really you feel very embraced in his presence. Let's just put it that way.
Now, is this a special thing, or do you cry like 5 times a day?
Oh no! I'm not a kook. I'm not a kook. But
have you ever cried for him?
Oh, absolutely.
I could see Howard being touched by this too.
He really was.
It was very sweet, yeah. But also, as a guy, you think like, is it automatic that you would have relations with Howard, sex?
If my husband didn't exist, you mean?
If your husband said, "Listen, I know this is a special dream to you, go for it."
Oh no.
I'm curious.
I'm really very square in that way, and very traditional.
Yeah.
But
I'm curious to know, like, if she gets to have sex with Howard, who does he get to have sex with? He said Howard.
Well, I'm glad you got to meet him and have that moment. That's really sweet.
I guess I don't have a shot then. Right?
The first time people meet Howard, Gary, I mean, I don't think Marcy's reaction is that atypical. I mean, that you lose it.
I see it a lot. I see people get very excited, and people don't know what to do, and they're very tentative, but then sometimes people just let their emotions come out. And generally, like Marcy's husband had a story today. Everyone says, I got to tell you the first time I heard the show, and Howard's always very gracious about it. But I never get sick of seeing people's excitement for meeting Howard, I have to say.
Does Howard enjoy meeting people?
I don't know that he enjoys it, but he appreciates it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like if I said to Howard, "Hey, I'm lining up 300 people to meet you today," he'd be like, "That's the last thing in the world I want to do." But I think that the moment they just had, he really appreciates that and understands it.
Benji, do you remember the first time you met Howard?
I don't remember for sure. I mean, I remember the first on-air thing I had.
But was that your first meeting? Because for a lot of interns, it is.
I mean, I think I've seen him in the hall. He had pointed to me, and I had some experiences with that I talked about on the air. But I don't think I had actually formally ever met him.
How about you, Gary?
My first meeting with him was so long ago. I remember it vividly. I wrote about it in the book, but I walked into his office. Well, I take that back. I switched shifts with a guy, so I worked during Howard's show as a assistant to the traffic reporter, and I was listening to the show, and I thought it was really, really funny. And Howard had done this joke about why when you blow your nose, do you have to look and see what you blew into the napkin or the tissue before you put it away, which I thought was really funny observational humor. And he came out to go to the bathroom, and I said, wow, that was really funny. I always have the same thing. And he was just very nice about it. I remember him, especially having worked on the Ima show where, don't look, don't talk. Howard just seemed like a good guy.
Now, how does Howard deal with meeting people off the air here? I mean, he talked about Tim wanted to introduce John Lieberman to him after the show is over. Howard doesn't want to talk to really anybody when the show is over because he's done his day's work, and after he meditates, he wants to go home.
I think people don't fully understand because it's not heavy lifting in the sense of physical labor. But, you do a 4-hour show. It's like running a marathon. So it's almost like when the show's over, you cross the finish line, and then they bring you right into a tent where you could get to meet people, take pictures and everything, and you sort of have to decompress from what just happened for the day. So I think that's how Howard views it.
I thought Jeffrey Ross the comedian Jeffrey Ross had a great line about it. He said it's like when you meet Howard, meet everyone on the show. It's like you've been a viewer of the Flintstones, and then suddenly you're on the Flintstones. Like all of a sudden, it's like all these people, you're part of it.
Well, I would say that for our show, that's probably true because what other show do you go to? Like if even I went to the set of Seinfeld, and I knew who the main characters were, but I didn't go, oh, there's Jim the AD, and there's Joe the guy that pulls the cable, and there's JD the guy that does this. So when you come here, I guess it is more encompassing like that. Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about some crazy comments that Andy Dick made about Howard. They were a little on the anti-Semitic side. And then Jason and Sal came and they weighed in, and we talked about the whole thing that's going on in the office. Here's how it went.
Everything else that came up today we'll get to, but since we kicked off on the Andy Dick thing, I wonder if it's a situation where Andy in the beginning was sort of playing into the joke and trying to, joke around about it, and then it turned, because Howard didn't take it as a joke at all. His comments about, being a Jew and the Jews, the whole rap that we've heard for a number of years. But is there a point where, oh, it's a joke and oh, it's okay? I think that's a difficult line to navigate.
It is. I think Andy probably started doing it like that's his brand of humor, but it's, you can go down that road. But like Michael Richards went down that road, and now everybody thinks he's a racist. And so if you're going to go down that road, you have to understand that if you keep calling somebody a dirty, hook-nosed Jew, there's a huge part of your audience that's probably going to think you're an anti-Semite.
Yeah, and you've got a guy who used to call in with, hey, you hook-nosed Jew bastard. Like, that's how a caller would start all of his calls. But it was understood that it was a joke.
Right. It got to a point where there's an understanding.
Right. But Andy didn't seem to be there. And when you heard the clip, how did you think Howard was going to take it?
Oh, I knew how he was going to take it. And that's why when I went in during the break, he said, what page is that on? I said, Howard, if you trust me, I'd rather you do this on the air than listen to it because I'd rather you get your real reaction. I know you're going to love it. Trust me on it.
Benji,
I know you're going to react to it.
Is there a point where someone's joking and then all of a sudden the joke stops?
Well, I didn't think for the Michael Richards thing, I didn't think was racist. I thought it just didn't go. I think it was Michael Richards trying to be shocking, and then he was so shocked by the reaction that he started to feel guilty about it. The Andy Dick thing, I didn't see it as, I saw it as this is what, whether it's a big deal to him or not in his daily life, I thought of it, this is sort of his classification of Jews. It's like his, the way he categorizes Jews. I think he was saying it to be provocative, but I also thought it was truthful of how he feels. And I don't even remember what your question was.
No, you answered it because you feel that Andy was showing his true colors because you had never heard that from him before, at least regarding Howard.
I don't know if I have or not, but Howard said something about like when people are drunk, that is when they're most truthful, and that I think that is true. That's like an old Latin saying. It's an old Talmudic saying, like in wine is truth. Like when people are drunk, that's when their real selves come out.
I agree with you, and I think that with Mel Gibson, when Mel Gibson made all those anti-Semitic remarks, because he was drunk, I think that when you're drunk, I never understood that people go, "Oh my God, I was so drunk, I don't know what I did last night." I think when you're drunk, you do things that you wouldn't do if you were sober, but you're aware of what it is.
Now, another person on our channels who's been accused of this, not for being drunk, but for having these kinds of feelings, is Jackie. I mean, Howard's brought up repeatedly, Jackie makes a Jew comment here, a Jew comment there. Again, he thinks is in jest, but it's not taken that way.
I sort of understand, Jackie's whole rap is, I insult everybody, so why would you be mad when I insult the Jews? Except Jackie does that Jackie will go down that road sometimes when he's not telling jokes and then laugh. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Jackie cracked a joke. I have it on one of Howard's pages. I haven't played it, but it was sort of a very roundabout Howard is cheap reference. Something about that. The reason Howard moved off of Long Island is because he doesn't want to pay the tolls. And that's Jackie thinks that's funny, but I think that he's calling Howard cheap.
Steve in L.A., you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good,
Love
Steve.
the show, by the way. Hey, the anti-Semitic stuff about all Jews was not right. But you have to admit, Howard, and I've brought this up before, Howard does have a lot of Jewish people to work on the show. For example, how many Jews are in that room right now? 2 out of the 3. The new guy that they just hired on the news department, that's not an Irish last name he has. So now you have Shuli, Lisa Jew, and the new guy who took Langford's place.
Well, let's take these one at a time. Hold on, Steve. In this room right now,
look at his
Steve, I'll let you talk. Steve, I'll let you talk. Hold on. In this room right now, we got 5 people. 2 are Jewish. Steve Brandano, Teddy Microphone, and Gary are not. Although 2 are Italian, which we can talk about that.
Basically the same as Jews.
As I tell everybody, for every person you hear on the air anywhere, there's 20 people behind the scenes that are making it work. So maybe it's only the people that you hear on the air, but yeah,
and those are the ones that are making a little bit of money. We only hear 3 people on the air right now, and 2 of them are Jewish. What is his limo driver? I know he wants.
He's Jewish.
Italian.
He's Jewish. He is. He's a Eugene.
What about his agent?
Jewish.
Who, Roddy?
Okay, what about his buddy that he hired for promotion? Ross, what's his name?
Zapin? Jewish.
What is that?
What about Ralph?
I bet you
Jewish.
Ralph's gay. So I mean, they're a couple homos together.
All
But
right.
you have to admit, and I don't have everybody's name down, but just one time for shits and giggles. For shits and giggles, my friends and I listening to the show. We're trying to name a Jewish guy on Howard's show and a non-Jewish guy. So we're talking maybe on the air, off the air. And, of course, you know a lot more people behind the scenes than we'll ever know. But for the most part, most of the people that are closest to Howard and work for Howard are all Jewish. Okay. Have you ever seen the end of a Spielberg movie?
Hold on a second.
Hold
on. Let me answer.
You're making a big jump there, but wait.
Not Jewish. Okay, now we're going to do the Hanukkah song backwards. I'm not Jewish. Who's close to Howard? Fred, who's a major part of the show, Robin is not Jewish. So if you go off as Sal likes to refer to the Fab Four.
The Fab Five. You're one of the Fab Five.
Well, who's the 5?
Howard,
yeah,
Robin. I think Benji's in that mix.
Benji's not a Fab 5.
All right, then he's out. Then one of the 4. Then all right, then one of the 4. One of the big 4 is Jewish. Then in the back, you got Richard, Sal, JD, Will, Steve. Are all not Jewish.
And then you and Jason are.
Yes.
That cuts its back. Tracy, who runs our office.
Jewish.
Okay, then you go into the TV show. Scott DePace, not Jewish. Brian Phelan, not Jewish.
Goodstein.
Doug Z. Goodstein, okay. The plot thickens.
Look, I'm not going to deny Steve.
Who's in charge of all that crew? Doug Goodstein. Silverstein, Rubenstein, it's all jewelry, my friend.
Steve, you really believe that Howard only hires Jewish people? Or wants to
a few just to make it, so people can't always tell.
Wait, let him answer the question.
I think Jewish people go out of their way for nepotism to hire their own. Have you ever seen the credits on a Steven Spielberg movie at the end?
No, I don't.
All there are
it's just two stars.
What do you mean, like the Jewish key grip?
Yeah, that's all there are. Jewish people at the end of it. Other than the grips, the cameramen, the construction, and the catering.
And the Teamsters. They're usually not Jewish, the Teamsters.
All right, so you're agreeing with Andy Dick?
I don't like the anti-Semitism.
Isn't it true we got rid of Penny Crone when we found out she was Catholic?
I don't even know
Yeah,
what Penny
exactly.
Crone was.
Oh, yes, you're Jewish, of course. Listen to that voice. Hey, but what I'm saying is that Howard does go out of his way to probably hire Jewish people. Yes, he does.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, I guess you guys will have to play the game that we did. It's a good drinking game.
Do you think that because the show is based out of New York, where there's a bigger Jewish community, in other words, if somebody's listening in Kansas and they go, I work at my job and I only know like 2 Jewish people, but it seems like they have a lot of Jewish people there. Do you think that's part of it?
Yeah, but who decided to base the show in New York? Howard.
And of course, Tim Sabian, the guy in charge.
Jewish, right?
Yeah. I don't think so. Oh, here's another Jew. What do you want to say, Jason?
Jew here. To give a little snapshot of what's going on in our office, I would like to say that I just left Sal and Richard's room, 2 non-Jews that are doing work right now. Will is working with Robin on her new radio show, so 2 non-Jews working there. And I walked past Fred talking to Brian Fallon in the hall. So there's a lot of non-Jewish activity going on in the halls of Howard Stern show.
Right. But I think to that guy who lives wherever he lives, it sounds like there's a ton of Jewish activity going on right here.
Well, most places outside of New York, if there's 3 Jews in a room, it's like huge. It's like a big deal. I guess that could be the way it looks. But I gotta be. I'm kind of amazed. I didn't realize there's so many callers that seem to be keeping a head count of Jews here. I had no idea this was going on.
Yeah.
Outside of SFN.
Right. There's nobody calling up and going, you only have 1 Latvian.
Well, never mind. I was gonna say, if anything you want to pick, we have way more guys here than women. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna pick on something, why the Jewish thing?
And we only have 2 women that really work for him, yet one of them Jewish,
and one of them black. Now look how we're doing. We're doing good.
Howard 100 News might have a story there. Ted, let's take a break. During the break, we were talking about, have you ever been identified by your race? And Gary, you were making an interesting argument.
Well, I was saying that I've had people call me a guinea bastard, but it sort of rolls off my back. Actually, the worst thing that ever happened to me was I got into like a little minor fender bender, and the guy, I don't know what nationality he was, but he goes, I know your type. You're all a bunch of greasy motherfuckers. And I didn't know what he thought I was. I didn't know if he thought I was Italian or Hispanic or what, which is really weird, but I really felt what it was like to be, biased against me.
He just knows you're greasy.
Yes, he knew I was greasy, and he knows my kind.
He doesn't care.
But I was saying that I would imagine that, somebody calls me, oh, you stupid wop, it falls on my back. But if somebody calls you a Jew bastard, that must be worse. And we were saying, well, why is it worse? And I said, well, nobody ever killed 6 million Italians, and whatever bias there was against Italians in this country was in the early part of the century. It's sort of gone away, where anti-Semitism still lives.
And it has been around for 5,000 years. Sorry, just ask.
It's okay.
Well, hold on, Benji. What's like the worst thing that everyone's ever said to you?
I've gotten like growing up, I would get Nazi kind of stuff.
Well, you grew up in the South too, so was that weird?
South Carolina. No, I think usually when I got it, it was, at least to my face, it was just kids trying to find anything to be like a dick to you. I didn't think it was really anti-Semitism.
What about you, John?
Yeah, at school I got it. One time I was told it.
Well, what school?
At Michigan, I was told I was the first Jew someone ever saw, and I had one guy ask me where my horns were under my
But for
hat.
real, he really...
No bullshit.
I've gotten that before.
I don't think if someone sincerely is curious about that, that's not anti-Semitism.
That's ignorance.
Yeah.
Right. But, the horns comment, yeah.
A lot of racism is based in ignorance, Gary.
That's true.
I was shocked when someone, said that I'm the first Jew they've ever seen. Look, it's how you judge people, and I think also it's got a lot it has a lot to do with the way you're brought up. And
was that the 80th blowjob asking to feel the horn?
No, it was a guy. But not only Jews were singled out today, it was only Jews and Italians work here. And
Right.
Sal, you deal with that. Were you surprised when you heard that? We were talking more about when people joke around, yet it didn't sound like Andy Dick was joking when he was sounding off there.
I don't think he was joking one bit. I think he was angry and he was showing his true colors. I think he's a hateful racist.
And you would know.
Why?
Because you know some hateful racists.
Oh, come on, Gary.
You worked at a pizza parlor. Give me a break.
Everybody knows a racist. I mean, Andy Dick was doing it in a really, really hateful manner. If we joke around, that's one thing. I mean, the show has consistently done a lot of racial humor for the past 20 years. But for him to blatantly say what he said, hook-nosed Jew, and with such anger, with such venom. It was obvious that he hates Jewish people, and it's disgusting.
I don't want to cut Sal off. He might say something stupid eventually. But
you saved my job. Thank you.
I think I get in a lot of arguments here, on the air and off the air, and usually the one thing that people dive into right away when they can't think of something funny to say is start calling me fat.
Right.
And the reason is because that's a negative connotation. You're lazy, you're unhealthy, you're disgusting, basically. So if you're arguing with somebody and they slip into the Jew thing, which to me is just like slipping into the fat thing, you're saying it because being Jewish is a negative thing. It's you're a Jew, you're a dumb Jew, you're a hook-nosed Jew. It's Jew as a horrible negative thing.
That's a very good point. And Sal, I know you kid around a lot about, I went out with my Jewish friends. I had a Jew, can you what's the difference between that and actually someone like
they're Jewish?
Some of the things
That's
like
the only difference. They're still the same.
But why do you point it out? Like you ever say I went out with my Lithuanian friend?
No, but my Jew friends call me the Goyim. You're the only Goyim. We went to Mateo's the other night. I'm like, hey, he's the only Goyim here. And it's funny, we're in an Italian restaurant, and we noticed that in an Italian restaurant in Nassau County, it's 90% primarily Jewish sitting down and 90% Italian serving.
John, how do you know that, though?
Well, the topics just come up. If we're hanging out, we just discuss it.
But in all seriousness,
it's
you walk
funny.
into a restaurant, how do you know 95% of the people in the restaurant are Jewish? Like, were they wearing gold stars?
Trust me, where I was, they were Jewish.
It's obvious.
No, they tip very well.
John, do you ever run into, when you're talking to somebody and they tell you a story and they have to tell you that there was a black guy in the story, even though it has nothing to do with the story? Like, I was going downstairs, the guy holding the door, black guy, and then I walked right by, and you're like, why did I need to know that?
Well, a lot of times it's whispered, too. Black guy. Yeah. Ken, you're on the wrap-up show.
I think as somebody like an Andy Dick falls into deeper and deeper irrelevance, he feels like he has to be more and more outrageous. So, I think you kind of have to shrug him off. I think the real culprit here is Fitzsimmons for tolerating it, putting up with it, and almost being an enabler of it. If he's supposed to be such a Howard fan, begging for the book thing, he's the one that should be fired.
Did Greg do anything wrong here?
Well, I think Howard was upset with Greg. There's two ways to go, meaning if Sal were doing that on our show, I wouldn't stop him because I think it's interesting tape to bring to Howard. But it might come across to the people that I agree with him. So it is a fine line. I think he let it go on a little too long.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but if you're going to be angry at somebody in this scenario, it's definitely be angry at Andy because, listen, I'm not going to lie, it bothered me to hear Greg laughing along with those jokes as well. But at the end of the day, he's trying to put on an interesting radio show. And if some guy is going to come on his radio show and start ranting and raving about Howard Stern being a crazy Jew, you kind of let him do it, I think.
But you may not have to laugh along with it.
But you may not have to laugh along with it.
Laughing, that was wrong right there. But secondly, what is Greg Fitzsimmons? Is he
Irish?
All right, he's Irish.
You don't know Fitzsimmons is Irish? It's the most Irish name in the history of Irish.
Sal doesn't see race or color.
Okay, exactly. Thank you, Jason. But the thing is that where was a Fitzsimmons there to rebut Andy saying, hey, I got hired by a Jewish man and I'm Irish? That's the first thing that should have came through his fucking thick, freckled skull of his.
That's a good point.
He's completely wrong. He took advantage of Howard. Howard wrote the Ford. Now he's here and he's having a field day with Andy Dick talking about Jews, and he's not defending Howard, who's a Jewish man that hired this Irish idiot.
What about Gary's argument that maybe Greg was kind of trying to get stuff out of Andy?
Okay, you can goad him to a certain degree, and I understand one or two giggles, but when Fitzsimmons says Joogle instead of Google, and he's laughing about it, you don't do that. That's very disrespectful. You have to know your boundaries. He crossed the line. He should be fired.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, Robin came in and talked about a bunch of things, including her recent car accident. And then Ronnie came in and started pushing Robin's buttons, and things got pretty funny. Check it out.
Matt, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello, huh?
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
You're on, Matt. You're on the air.
Hey, Gary, love the show. Got a quick question.
Sure.
Driving cross country last night, listening to Jackie's show, trying to stay awake. The only thing that kept me awake was yelling at the radio. He is horrible.
Who?
Jackie Martling.
And why is he horrible? What didn't you like?
And what's your question?
Okay, my question is, Robin, did you listen to Jackie's show since he added that girl?
No, I haven't heard Jackie's show recently.
The girl laughs exactly like you, only 5 times as much. And I wondered if Jackie did it intentionally, and Jackie's show can't get any ratings. It's like listening to 3 6-year-old kids with a laugh track. But the real question, Gary,
yes,
is if you brought him back when Artie left, don't you think the Stern show outgrew Jackie's talent? Seriously, it's not a joke.
I don't think the show outgrew his talent. I think the show moved to a different place. Jackie's funny in certain environments, but we became more of a let's sit down and rap and talk than a bit-oriented thing. Like, I thought Jackie really did well when they go back and they write bits, and Jackie could write these punchlines for the bits, and Jackie could write these jokes for Howard on the air. The show was a different show, so I don't think he would have fit in as well this time around.
Do you think Jackie saw any writing on the wall in that sense as the show sort of, because the show's always evolved over the years?
I would love to tell you he did, but absolutely not.
Jackie doesn't see anything.
He did not see the writing on the. If anything, he saw it the opposite way.
Yeah,
I'm so valuable.
Yeah.
They can't live without me.
Dan and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yo, what's up, guys? I want to ask Robin if she heard that Ronnie was calling her stupid.
When did Ronnie call her stupid?
Shuli was interviewing him in the hallway, and how she forgets things, and Ronnie was exposing some things that that Robin had done, and Shuli says, "So you're saying she's stupid?" And he did, I guess he went right along with it.
So Shuli called me stupid.
Right, Shuli called Robin stupid.
And Ronnie agreed.
said nothing, and now it becomes Ronnie called Robin stupid. That's how rumors get started.
Yep. Take care, guys.
Take care.
He's very proud of being part of a rumor.
That was a nice try, Dan. But I will follow up on it, because when Ronnie did come in, I guess a couple weeks ago, he immediately went at you for some reason. And he always
tends to do that,
like,
yes.
You're the backstabber, you pile on, all that stuff. That seems to be his MO when he goes into the studio.
Absolutely.
Do you find that a lot of times that stuff goes on in the air, and for some reason, when it's a fan of the show, Howard is forgiven, but you take the brunt of the abuse?
I find that with the staff. I'm not supposed to say anything. You do it too.
I do. No, but I get mad at Howard. But I get mad.
You might get mad at Howard, but you never tell him he should be quiet.
Well, you know what happens is because I'm having a conversation with Howard, then all of a sudden on the left side of my ear I hear a voice. Well, but it's funny because we got an email a couple of weeks ago from the couple that was on the guy who dated his student.
Oh, the student.
And he sent this really long email, and he's like, Howard, you went to a place and it was weird. I should have expected that. But trashing the shit out of you, Robin just wouldn't relent. And I was like, well, they did the same interview.
Yeah.
So you feel like when staff comes in and they're angry at Howard, you're the one who bears the brunt of it?
Well, I think what happens is they don't want me stoking the fire anymore. And that seems to be what they think is going to happen if I'm speaking at all. Because I remember at one point I was trying to defend Sal and he started screaming at me. And I thought, wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think I probably get mad when I'm having a conversation with Howard. I almost forget you're there. Then all of a sudden you're there.
Ronnie, we had a caller before saying you did some news story with Shuli and ended up calling Robin stupid.
Please, listen to me. Listen to me. When Shuli does a story, you have to be there to hear the story when he does it. Okay? Because when he cuts it up, like how Sal and Richard cut things up,
it's not necessarily what you said.
Exactly right.
You're saying Shuli edits you to be mean?
Yeah, he does it to make me sound like an asshole all the time. Because like she loses her ID all the time. So he came to me and interviewed me about it, and I said, "Well, some people are stupid because they lose their stuff all the time." I didn't say Robin was stupid.
Okay, I believe you.
But the way he made it sound,
although that didn't sound very
Ronnie,
good, did it?
If Robin,
I didn't say she was.
Wait, if Robin loses her stuff all the time,
And people are stupid if they lose their stuff all the time.
I'm sorry. I said if people are stupid enough to lose their stuff all the time. I didn't say.
Here's what I got. This is like the quiz in high school. You ready?
Yes.
People who lose their IDs are stupid. Robin lost her ID. Therefore, Robin is stupid.
That's right.
I'm making that jump too here, Ronnie. I don't think you're expressing
Yeah, but I didn't
yourself
come
clearly.
out and say directly, Robin is stupid.
But you did.
But that's how Shuli made it
Someone
sound.
like Robin wouldn't get that, but the rest
Yeah,
of us
the rest of you guys got it, right?
Please, now stop it. I didn't say... and I kept saying to Shuli, don't turn it around that way. And he kept saying, don't worry, Ronnie. You know me. I don't do anything like that. And every time he does it.
So what do you
Doesn't seem like he had to do much turning.
Oh, stop it.
So what do you think?
Well, I can't help if you always lose your ID.
Well, I was going to
And you fit into the category.
I don't always lose my ID. Sometimes I don't bring it in. I just lost my ID and
How many
found
times?
it. I told you I've only had.
She has a collection of them at
No,
home.
this is my third replacement. And
That's
how many
all.
years have we been here?
Ronnie, not
hello. This is my original one from the day we walked in here.
So you're brilliant.
That's right.
Ronnie, not Robin, but in general, do you think that indicates unintelligence if someone loses IDs?
Please stop it, Benji, with your stuff.
Well, do you?
I won't answer your questions.
Why not?
I'm sorry.
Gary, can you ask him that?
Ronnie, do you think that losing an ID indicates that somebody's stupid?
No, they're very forgetful.
See?
And that's what I said to Shuli, basically.
So do you think
Are forgetful people stupid?
No.
But some stupid people are forgetful.
Okay.
Right.
Do you think Robin's absent-minded?
She's getting to be a little magooey.
How would you define magooey?
I know what he means.
I do too.
A little Mr. Magooey, you know, like the light bulb doesn't always light up when it's supposed to.
Oh my goodness! That is amazing. Okay, thank you,
Magooey.
Thank you.
Here, I'm going to do a quick test. Ronnie, Robin, give you both a question. See who can answer it first. 9 times 4.
36.
He's got it. I'm Magooey.
When did you realize you were going magooey? Was it the accident or something else that affected you?
What? The accident?
Well, I know you had the car accident.
But I lost my ID before the accident.
Oh, okay.
Hey, did they catch the guy?
Yes, they did.
Somebody sent me what I think is his mugshot today.
Oh, dear.
It was very scary looking.
He was scary looking that day.
Did they arrest him? They arrested him and everything?
I know he got citations. I don't know the details.
Hey, so when it happened, it was he didn't stop at all. He completely went off.
No, he did a 360-degree turn. The car stopped, and then he drove into me. And then he backed up and ran away.
Did you think the driving in part was intentional, or was that part of a complete...
It seemed to me that he was just out of his mind. You know, once his car stopped, he just stepped on the gas.
Wow.
So in other words, he lost control of his car, and then when he came out of the spin, he just hit the gas and smashed right into it.
Yeah.
Perhaps he was stupid.
Or drunk.
Or forgetful. We don't know.
But the fear,
or magooey.
But the theory that was floated, which turned out to be unfair, was, "Oh, Robin, how many speeding tickets do you have?" It seemed like people were assuming you were at fault before you got to tell the story. But I guess that's what it's like working on the show.
That's right.
You're always wrong.
Testify
no matter what.
Do you think?
All right, we're all guilty of making each other wrong. Let's cut the crap.
I have no idea if I'll have to testify. Don't know if there'll be a trial.
Another clip that Howard played late in the show was the woman who was a guest here who ended up crying at the end of the show and then cried for the entire wrap-up show, basically.
That must have been fun.
How awkward was it for Howard when that was going on? And do you feel like Howard could sort of lead that religion, and a lot of people feel that way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this has been going on for years. Remember
Uzo.
The first girl who
she's nuts.
Ever did that. She came to the book signing and she just lost it. She turned into a heap of tears on the floor.
And let's be honest, even though they're not the most normal people, isn't the Whack Pack in essence the apostles? If Howard wanted to form a religion, wouldn't they be the first ones?
They'd be there all the time.
Yeah, they'd be the first ones there.
Sal?
Sure. I think.
Remember, he graduated.
Yeah, but I think if Howard was leading the charge, he'd still be part of it.
And that makes Howard feel very uncomfortable, or does he appreciate the way the people feel?
Both.
I think he appreciates it.
But it made him uncomfortable when he came face to face with it.
I didn't see her approach him yesterday, so I don't know exactly what happened there.
It was funny. The show ended, and they were. She had somebody had a camera. So Howard very nicely said, "Would you like to take a picture?" And they go, "Oh yes." And when he started to walk to her, she broke down, and I could tell Howard was like, "Oh, that's okay," and he didn't know whether to hug her or what to do.
What to do?
Maybe of course I just walked away. No, I just said, "Here, take a moment." And, but he was uncomfortable.
Donna in New York, you're on the wrap-up show.
Oh my God! Hi.
Hi.
Robin, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Robin. I love you. Baba Booey, I love you.
Thank you.
I wanted to tell you, talking about people worship. Robin, I got a cat at the pound. She's all black, and her name is Robin Ophelia Quivers. And we call her Ophelia. She's black, and she's beautiful, and we love her. And she's very smart. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Well, I'm honored. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I love you guys. I listen to you guys all the time. I'm in my office right now. I'm so afraid my boss is going to walk in. But I'm so happy that I got through, and thanks for talking to me.
All right, well, thank you for calling in, Donna.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So there you go, Robin. A cat
That's
named
the
after...
second cat.
The second?
Yes, that I've had named after me.
And it was all black.
Yes. And that was the same case, the same in the first case.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, John Lieberman, the new news guy, came in, and we had a discussion of who was better looking, me or John or I. and I think I'm pretty good looking. I think he's fine looking too. Check it out.
Benji almost had Howard convinced that he was good looking, but Howard said that that's not true. And Robin did say that she liked Benji's parts, but not Benji as a whole. And that came from Benji getting into it with John Lieberman about who's a better looking guy.
Oh, I didn't start that with John. He brought it up to me that, like, he was asking me about my looks because a Facebook posting I did. And I just said, I noticed we kind of looked alike, and I said it to him. And I didn't mean it as an insult. I meant it as a compliment. I thought we had some similarity. And he seemed to, he said he was significantly notches above me look-wise.
Now, we're going to talk... Did he say that significantly notches above you?
No, that's not a quote, but I think he said I would... I forget. Like, he gave me a number. I was like a 6, and he was like a 9, or something like that. I don't remember the exact number.
I was going to say, because he's not a 9.
It was at least... Huh?
He's not a 9.
What do you think he is?
I don't know, but a 9 is like, I would assume, if we were talking chicks, a 9 is a pretty hot chick.
All right, he might not have said 9. He might have said 8, and I don't remember. What do you think I am?
Hold on,
5.
Well, we're gonna hold on, Jace. We're gonna get into
2, so don't worry about
we're gonna get into Jack Osborne, and we're gonna talk about Howard's getting organized mantra, which he announced to Robin and really the whole audience. But Benji, we're gonna dig in here. My question to you is, who works here that you think on the regular main staff that you think is better looking than you are? And be honest.
Yeah, I will be. But I'm not, and I know you guys always say this is not fair. I'm not including my weight and stuff like that. I'm saying
you got to take the whole package into account.
No, I'm not going to do that.
But your face is heavy, no offense, so you have to take that into account.
I'm going to say I'm just not.
Now it's about today.
I'm still saying this as today. I'm not saying in the best shape or anything.
But you have to take into account, if somebody walked in today and saw you or Teddy, who would they say is better looking?
Slightly. God, I don't know. Teddy might win, but he doesn't have a great chin.
Wait, let's get back to Benji. Let's get back to my question.
Teddy and I are about even.
Benji,
can I borrow one of your 15 chin?
Benji, who here on the main staff is better looking than you are?
Jared would be considered.
Go out on a limb.
Forget the pink tie. The pink tie category is a whole separate thing. Who else?
I don't look at you as very good looking.
Okay,
but you do have the height, and girls do seem to think you're good looking from what you said.
You're not answering my question.
Don't break it down.
By my eyes, I don't see Will as better looking than me, but girls go crazy.
Again, maybe you are answering my question. I don't think you think anyone here is better looking than you.
I told you, I think Jared is.
Besides Jared.
No one's jumping to my mind.
Okay, and would anyone here agree with that assessment, Gary?
No, I don't even know how. I'm not sure how to deal with it, but I don't think Benji. This is what I can't say. Which guy is good looking? Which guy is good looking? I will tell you this: Benji does not jump out of this pool of people to be one of the better looking guys.
But see, this is a ridiculous conversation. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was thinking to myself, like, maybe we should have a pageant on the air. We'll bring some girls in. But Benji says that what a girl finds attractive isn't what he's counting as attractive, because he's saying girls find Will attractive, but I think I'm more attractive than him.
I'm saying if I didn't know like the opinions of girls, I used to feel bad for Will. I was like, you're such a nice guy. I'm sorry, things will. I didn't know that girls liked him. I'm just saying the way I thought he was not. I thought he was kind of boring.
So you concede that
I didn't know like Tom C. When we used to work with Tom C. I would have thought he's kind of boring looking. Girls went crazy for him.
But here's the funny thing. Benji's one of those guys that will say, you bring in a panel of girls and they would say they don't think he's good looking. He go, no, you're doing it wrong.
When we all brought in our photos and it had,
yeah.
I got voted the best looking.
He would
go, remember that?
Hold on a second. He would go, imagine me thinner, imagine me without blotches on my face, and imagine me not sweating. And now what do you think?
I think everybody, maybe with the exception of Jason, I think everybody has an inflated view of how good looking they are. I really do. I think yours is very inflated. Maybe you said John considers himself a 9.
Can I clarify one thing, though?
Think
you called yourself a 9, John?
I don't think John's I think John's like a nice look and everything. I actually think I'm better looking than John.
Yeah, I know that. Let me
I just seem irritated by
Let
it.
me point this out, though. This whole thing started when we did a piece that Benji started censoring the photos of him that were tagged on Facebook. He sent out a note to all of his Facebook followers that said, I'm going to start untagging me from certain photos.
Wait, John, do you have
basically
Facebook?
censoring his
John,
image
that is
he
the
wants out
stupidest
there.
fucking thing. I'm going to fight back this. Do you have a Facebook account?
Of course I do.
Is it and has anyone ever tagged a photo and you didn't? Oh, I don't like that photo. I don't want it on my page, so you untag it.
Yeah, but I don't untag it.
That would be wrong to untag a photo of you.
Did I say it was wrong? I just said you've launched a censoring campaign. You're censoring
really
all of your
think
images.
That's a censoring campaign?
Yeah, you're censoring your images.
Do you guys think it's a censoring campaign?
I will tell you, I don't know whether it's a censoring campaign. I've never, ever, ever untagged a photo.
Thank you, Gary.
I'm just saying I haven't done it.
Thank you.
Because I don't.
Gary, I will put some up of you and you'll take them down.
I'm just saying I don't have it. Listen, there's pictures of me as a monkey. What the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to look at every picture everybody
You guys
ever
are being
poses
the
of you?
biggest fucking liars.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
It's photos. When someone tags your photo on Facebook, it becomes like in your album. There's no way to not be tagged and not be in the album.
Okay.
So if you don't want a photo,
Are they pictures of you looking like an asshole, or pictures of you that you just don't think you look good enough that day?
Pictures I don't like. Is it
a vain thing?
You could call that censoring. That's fine. I don't give. But to make it, I had. To want to put your best photos up, that's wrong.
I don't think about it
there's
enough.
anything.
Gary,
you didn't pick. Did you pick photos for your book and reject some?
There's a difference.
Did you reject some of the photos?
No, because I didn't reject. I didn't. First of all, obviously, if you saw the cover, you would see I rejected nothing.
Wait, no. Did you reject some photos?
No, because I picked the pictures.
So every photo would.
Benji,
yeah, I'm picking the pictures too for my Facebook.
Stop yelling for a second.
You censored people, Gary.
I'm
you were
not
censoring photos
Shut
from your
the fuck
book.
up for a
You were
second.
censoring photos.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you're involved in censorship. I'm saying that I am not vain enough to go through my Facebook photos and get rid of ones I don't want. That's all I'm saying.
If that is considered vanity, fine. Yes, I have vanity. I would like to look my best. That to say that you don't pick photos sometimes, Gary. I don't believe it.
Hey, Benji.
I don't believe sometimes you try to pick a photo where you look good over one where you look bad.
On Facebook, I just don't seem to care.
Benji, when you get angry, your eyes really sparkle. They really do. I'm seeing a different side of you.
You're not trying to get laid on Facebook.
Well, you're not either. You're on Craigslist.
The problem was now I think everyone's going to go on Facebook and try and tag every picture of Benji, including disgusting pictures of naked people.
Benji makes a good point.
Now you can't control
Benji's
it.
using Facebook in a different way than I'm using it. So maybe because he wants it. John, have you ever untagged a photo of yourself on Facebook?
No.
We're not crazy.
And there are photos up there that I don't like, but
it's just
and you feel it'd be wrong to untag yourself from
This is
it?
not worth it.
Nobody's saying it's wrong.
Well, when you said the word censor, to use the word censor,
I said you had launched an image campaign, which is true. You launched a campaign to control your image.
Yeah, John, do you ever did you pick tapes that you submitted to the show? Did you pick?
Well, they
tapes?
hired me off the street. That's another thing.
Did you submit tapes?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't give him every fucking tape?
No, but
you
they can
censored.
find-
You tried to control the image. That is fucked up.
No,
man.
because if they Google me, they'll find a whole bunch of clips of me, millions.
But you submitted ones that you liked. Why?
It's a different issue.
How's it a different issue? You're trying to control your image. You're trying to present a lie.
Well, Benji, using your example there, then what you'd be saying is that you choose the images you put on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to choose the images that everybody else puts up on their Facebook page.
There's no way to do it, Jace.
No, I'm just saying, but
Facebook
I'm
doesn't
using
have
your analogy. That's all.
Wait, no. Facebook does not. If your name is tagged in a photo,
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's
by the
on
way.
your page.
I'm on Benji's team with this one.
But here's what I would say about that. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just telling you my point of view. I went out and did the book tour, and I took a lot of pictures with people who put them up on Facebook and tagged me. Do I think I look good in all those pictures? No. I don't think I look good in most of them. But is it worth it for me to spend the time to untag myself? It's not.
It's first of all, it takes a second.
It's more than a second. It's
really? Let's time you do it.
It's a second to do one, but you're clearly involved in more than one.
Hold on. Wait.
This major fucking part of my life.
You made the point about Facebook, okay? But here's the difference, okay? I think when Gary looks at a photo of himself on Facebook, his mentality is not because he's married, but his mentality is different than yours is.
I don't believe you guys. I don't believe you guys. Maybe
Benji,
you're true.
You care more about that.
I don't
a lot
think-
of people.
I don't think it's
Benji,
true.
You put your head at a certain angle for accepted pictures. Like
I think you guys are. Oh, John, you're wearing a button-down shirt. What's the conspiracy there? Why are you doing that?
Benji, you can't just make shit up and
Look at his
deflect.
shirt. It's button down.
Well,
Why
so
are
are
you wearing
you.
a button down shirt?
But I think all John.
Why'd you start wearing button down shirts?
There was a stain on my T-shirt, and I decided to wear a button down.
And why'd you start wearing button downs on a regular basis?
Just because I thought it was time for a change.
Just purely change. It wasn't like, oh, maybe this looks better.
That's probably part of it.
Wow.
What the hell does that have
You're
to do with
trying to
anything?
control your image there, John.
No, that's.
You're going down a weird route.
Yeah, no one's buying the shirts for me.
To pick photos you like, to say it's like this, to make his thing about it.
I'm saying you care more about it.
Yeah,
and you're
right.
saying
And you do.
no.
I don't think there's any.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I would like to look nice,
But you care more than most
I do
men.
Not, no, Gary. Here, you know what? I'm gonna.
It's not even a. It's not even a dig.
Do you wear height things in your shoes?
No, of course not.
You don't?
No.
Sometimes you're like 4 inches taller than other days.
Benji, if you can't just make shit up and make it true, it's
No,
not
I'm not. I'm asking you.
I've never,
Okay, well,
on the
stand
life
up.
of my children, I've never worn anything to make me look tall.
Gary ever
You
walked into
guys
work?
never noticed that sometimes Gary is like 3 inches taller than you, and sometimes
If
he's
Gary
shorter
ever
than you.
walked into work 4 inches taller than normal, I'd freak out.
Has anybody ever noticed that I've looked taller some days?
Well,
No.
stand up. Stand up then.
I did.
Okay, we're head to head. Now take your shoe. We'll both take our shoes off. I bet you're significantly
listen,
taller.
we're on the radio.
Yeah,
I
this
can't
is too
indulge in your
visual.
I don't believe it.
Benji, you're getting too defensive about this. I
Very
think.
defensive.
Okay, look, it's okay to care more about photos on Facebook than other people do. I mean, that's all right.
Yeah, I think that's the point we were making.
That's it. That's
That's
the
all
point.
I have.
And John, you gave yourself a 9 as compared to Benji. Let's talk about that.
Newsroom 9.
Yeah, I mean, it was a spur of the moment thing. We were joking, and Benji actually brought it up first. He said, "You're a good-looking guy." I said, "Thank you, Benji. You're a good-looking guy too." And then he said, "I think you said, what would I rate you, right?"
No. Well, I noticed we don't look.
Oh,
like,
you said
have
we
some
looked
similar-
alike. Yeah, he said we look alike, and I'm like, Benji, I really don't think we look alike. And he said, No, we really do.
Dude,
we
I
do."
actually have a better face than you, but we do have similarities.
I'm staring at
What
both
are
of
our
you.
similarities?
No, I'm just saying, like, if a stranger, of another race looked at us.
How do you know that?
Because I'm
Of
looking
another
at him and I can
race?
see. Yes, because it's harder to distinguish when you're of a different race. If a stranger of another race looked at us, we would have some similarities to us.
So, like, if a Nigerian
I am
prince was
utterly
here.
confused.